Hello, good morning, good afternoon. I'm trying to figure out my headset here. Came a little tangled this morning. I don't know what the fuck. Hello, hi Sam. How are you? Dragon King. Hi, how are you? I'm testing a few things out here. Make sure you guys are on live chat over on the YouTube side of things, because if you're in top chat, you'll miss out most of what people are saying. I'm testing YouTube and I'm testing some Facebook stuff. Well, I'm not testing YouTube. I'm testing some Facebook stuff. Mischief Maker, hello. How are you? Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Some of the stuff that I am testing out here. I'm just figured I might just try checking out what Facebook has already set to live. Perfect, Sam. Perfect. Just trying to figure out what Facebook does. I think it might be beneficial to have content everywhere. So that's what we're doing. We're just checking it out. I know nothing about it though. Worn out after yesterday, spent all shift trying to get shit running. Oh no. Oh no. I know I forgot to turn on another light. What am I doing over here? Oh my god, it's been a rough morning for me as well, Mischief Maker. Still not fixed, but I have a feeling I know what it is. Well, fingers crossed that it gets fixed for you today. I'm not sure how long stream is going to be. Normally we're on to like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but I'm not feeling overly well. I'm having a bit of a flare-up with my illness, and it's causing some discomfort. So I don't know how long I will be on for. We're going to try to do a full stream. Currently working on a friend's Windows 8. Oh, nice. Very nice, Sam. I've got Batman Goddess hanging out over on the Facebook side of things. We're going to test out some things. Today is a shit day for me. Like, it's just... Thanks for the juju, Mischief Maker. I can definitely use it today. Thanks, Bats. Thanks. I appreciate it. I don't get flare-ups often because of my diet, right? I take really good care of myself. So... diet plays a really big role in my flare-ups, so I don't get them often, which is great. Shelly, how are you? Hello, hello. I would love to know how to pop out chat over on Facebook side of things, but I have no effing clue how. We're going to check out a brand new indie game. It came out in March. It's called Perseverance Part 2. Now, I haven't played one yet, but we'll check it out. But we're going to check out Perseverance 2 today. It's by Feardemic and Titan Games. Thank you. Deadwalk, hello. How are you? Well, you did have 2 unknown sauce. I did, Mischief. I did have 2 unknown sauces. I wasn't really sure what kind of peanut sauce it was. It was weird. It tasted similar, but the 2 were a little spicy, which was not normal for my regular peanut sauce. So yeah, I don't know. Hello, Hundar. Hello, how are you? Dragon King, how are you? Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody. Just so for clarification and transparency on my YouTube side of things, I am also testing Facebook live streaming only on Facebook, just testing it out to see how things go over there. So I just figured I'd let you guys know that ahead of time. And I'm just testing it out just to see if I can extend my content more, like extend my reach. So I want to see what their live videos look like. I want to see how everything is running over there. Thank you very much, Hyundai. I appreciate it. Bobby, how are you? It's raining. It's downpouring. Things are getting flooded here. Like, we have nonstop rain. I'm struggling today. A local collectibles shop got the Trick or Treat Evil Dead 2 Necronomicon. I'm trying to resist the temptation. Deadwalk, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I had Zoltan Toys, which is a company here, a little mom and pop shop here, a collectible shop, and they're coming to the HorrorCon, and they told me personally that they have copies of the Necronomicon that they are going to have at the con. And I'm like, well, thank you very much for letting me know this. You can have some of our rain, Bobby. Hi, PR. How are ya? Hey, Mischief. I know it's the only downside to Facebook streaming. It gives out your real shit. It gives out your real shit. I don't like that. I feel, wrong. How are you doing? Yeah, we're testing it out. We're testing it out. We're going to see what it's like. I don't know what the quality is. Will this help extend my reach? Will it bring more people into my YouTube side of things, which that's the goal? Ideally, you'll take snow. I don't want to hear that fucking word because in like 2 months, we're going to have snow. And I'm not kidding. It's June, mid-June. We still haven't had summer yet. Okay? Summer's coming July and August. And then we're right into fall come September. It's apparently going to be 32 degrees. Oh, Sam, I'm jealous. Jealous. So far, it looks great. Thank you. Thank you, Bats. Man, one hell of a storm rolled in here. We have one as well wrong. We had thunder and lightning. We thought we were going to lose power, so I got candles and flashlights out. It's still raining pretty horrendous here right now. We have some flooding going on, but we need the rain. Hello, Serial. How are you? It's in the hundreds by you? Oof, Dragon. Yes, Facebook. I know, Hundar. I know. But I gotta see what kind of reach and shit I can bring into the YouTube channel, you know? 114? Ew. Yeah, right. Where the hell are you? In Arizona? So I will be talking to 2 different chats. Just a heads up. Just to let you guys know if there are people over on the Facebook side of things. They might put a heat warning over here. Oh, wow. I have some of my family members in the States. Yeah, Arizona. I have a few friends that live in Arizona. Foster's one of them. I have a few family members that want to move to Tennessee. They live in New York. It was lightning like I have never seen before last night. Wow, wrong. We had some pretty strong hits. I went to bed at about 8 o'clock last night because I'm not feeling well. So I went to bed at 8 and was woken up by some really loud thunder. Only woke me up for a little bit and then I went back to sleep, but I pulled out all of our candles and flashlights just in case if we lost power because the spawn and heavy were still awake when I went to bed. Hello, Harjar. Just a little. Love your guts as well. Have a great lurk. Thank you for all the juju. Thank you, thank you. It's not that I'm getting sick. I'm just having a flare up with my illness. So I'm not sick, so I don't have to worry about that. Flare ups come and go. I told everybody I'm not sure how long I'll be streaming today. We'll see how my body is feeling, how my pain threshold is, and we'll go from there. But we are going to check out Perseverance. We're going to check that out. I haven't had time to clock it into the XSplit because I completely forgot. I hope everyone's having a great day. And Perseverance is, from what I can see, I haven't played it yet, but from what I was reading on the game itself, it is a point and click game, very, very much similar to Telltale games. So it's a horror crime thriller, and it's a visual novel, so it's storytelling, and you play as Karen. That name Karen is ruined for life. Karen, a calculated assassin on the prowl for her next target, and witness the gripping story of secret passion and violence. That's a little bit of the game there. The developer is Titanite Novels and Titanite Games, and the publisher is Feardemic. I'm actually having a great day. Fingers crossed, dude, that it stays that way. I won't overdo it, Deadwalker. I'll see how we're doing it. I know, call Karen's Ambers now, right, Serial? But that name Karen has been... I don't think we're going to see a new generation names of Karen because that name is now associated with being a see you next Tuesday. So I wouldn't be surprised if the name Karen dies. I love Telltale games as well, Dragon. They're one of my favorites. I want to take a nap at the South Pole. That sucks, Bobby, that you guys are so hot. We're not at that weather yet. Shit, we haven't even had summer yet. We're in spring. So we're in almost mid-June, and we're getting our spring weather that we should have received in May. We're getting in June. Every year it's been like this so far. So June is spring. We won't hit our summer until probably July. That's where we'll get the hot weather. Well, what we think is hot. People are too busy giving their kids dumb names now. I will agree with you on that too, Deadwalk. Do you play, are you playing the Quarry? I do play the Quarry. Jordan Ray. I play the Quarry over on Twitch. So twitch.tv/ReAnimateHer. That's where I've been playing the Quarry. My YouTube, as of right now, I'm utilizing for my indie games, my indie horror games. So titles that are not as popular or made by smaller companies. That will be changing as well. There's going to be some changes coming in the future for my gaming. But yes, Jordan, I do. If you have Twitch, you can go and check it out. I will be uploading my Quarry gameplay to YouTube, right? So if you wanted to check out previous gameplay, you can do so. It's not up yet, but it will be. Boston and I have been doing really good this past couple of weeks. Communication has been happening quite a bit instead of paranoia. That's good, Hundar. I'm glad to hear that. Definitely glad to hear that. Hopefully it stays like that. Fingers crossed. I'm going to get the game up and going. Again, I'm not really sure the sound on it yet because I completely forgot to add it to the source. And so I'm going to do that right now. And it's an indie game, so I'm a little unsure if it'll hit. Yeah, it did. Perfect. Perfect. Let's switch our scene. All right, let's bring this on down. So yeah, it's a little telltale kind of point and click. We're gonna check it out. This is the assassin named Karen. Good afternoon, Zach. How are you? For anybody who is watching on the Facebook side of things, I am over on YouTube as ReAnimateHer. We are checking things out over there. We did this back in my day with Back Alley and Tabletop. Nice. Nice. People naming kids where they were conceived. Example, Brooklyn. Yeah, I actually have, I know 2 people that are named Brooklyn. That I do. Okay, so let's go. Let's see. I can see him. I've got him in my crosshairs now. Dave, did you take wind into account? The fallout of the bullets? Yes, obviously. Shoot. All right, the bullet thuds perfectly into the target, the center of the shield, hanging a few hundred feet away on another skyscraper. It's that simple, Dave. So why do I have to fight? You got a good point. Hello, Nerdy. How are you? I can take anyone down that way. You can, but it's not an achievement. You have to show respect. Who the fuck is this Dave? Could name your dog Sains? Yes, that would be funny. There's a lot of things you can actually name your animal, which would be funny. All right, so let's do the quick settings here. 19 by 20, 60 hertz, full screen window. The text looks fine. I think the speed is good. Sound. We'll see how everything rock and rolls and plays out. If things need to be changed, please let me know. Let me know if it needs to be louder or lower. Let's check it out. May contain inappropriate content. Not for children. When you plan a murder, the night is usually your ally. Honest citizens sleep in their beds, only a few keep watch. Hi, Bobby. How are you on Facebook side? It's easy to fool alarms or security systems. All you need is the right equipment. It's worse with people. There is no room for mistakes here. Fortunately, there are sub-caliber ammunitions and silencers together are no louder than a sneeze. Well, good for you if you are an assassin. By the way, gas prices are now $2.06 to $2.10 here on average. Yeah, Hyundai, ours are about $1.91. We're not that far behind you. Fosticles, how are you? I'm not getting notified? Oh, shitballs, no? That sucks. That's a liter. Yes, that's a liter. So if you convert that into American, it's close to what, $8.50 a gallon or whatever in American money. Ron. What I was saying is a joke that I remembered hearing on DVD. Oh, okay, Sam, I got you. Hey, my target is cold-hearted son of a bitch, a drug boss who's directly responsible for the deaths of several Chicago cops. Oh, we're gonna go and kill a cold-hearted son of a bitch, drug-dealing boss. Yeah, a little over 8. Indirectly, due to his contaminated meth, rich kids were dying by the dozens. Oh my, we can't have the rich kids die. Not that I am particularly crying for them, but someone high up didn't like it very much. Who's this Ron asshole? Bitch probably eat Cocoa Pebbles. He'd be in for years of legal hell, hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawyer fees, and no one could give a guarantee that they wouldn't get him out from that shit. Rich people? Of course they have a different set of rules. Hello, monkey. Hello, how are you doing? But this way, one shot and there's no more problem. That's disgusting wrong. I made sure he was alone. His lover lay tied up in the apartment he'd bought for his trysts, their little nest of love. Next rich kid could be a super generous, like, make-believe Bruce Wayne. Could be, Hunter. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. On my way to have coffee with the director of a short horror film that I am a lead killer in. Oh my god, nerdy. Good luck. Good. I just got home, picked up Christina from the airport, had an early lunch, and found a food truck that has Doritos mozzarella sticks. That sounds tasty. The wife and kids were in Florida on vacation. So of course he was with his lover. One shot. Pull the trigger or don't shoot, guys. Serial killer says, good luck, nerdy. Pull the trigger or don't shoot. We're gonna pull the trigger. God damn it, it jammed. Always at the least opportune moment. All I have left is the knife. I don't mind gutting a bitch. The creak of the door, but there shouldn't be anyone here. I checked it myself. Oh, Karen, you must be a crappy assassin. Paralyzed with fear, I slowly turn my head. Shoot first, ask questions later, wrong. Completely agree. All right. Again, that memory, that damn mansion. I was there again. Events from years ago, vivid as ever. I take another pill. It should help, at least for a while. I had medication for no more than 2 days. Without them, I am powerless. I can't fight off the nightmares. Lately, they've been coming back more often. Same one, every time. You don't like that, chat? It fades to black. Really? Really, Serial? I have no idea. I think 1% say that all the time, Deadwalk. We've had enough of the people living. Don't forget to like the channel and give a live chat. Exactly wrong. The cigarettes taste pleasant, but that's due to their air in the gray ville. Fresh, saturated with the smell of resin, different from what I remember from the city. A nice change from the stuffy freeway parking lots. A small country town, a runaway girl, and me. If I had to describe myself in one word, it would be hunter. I like the way she thinks. A headhunter for the agency, for the dirty work which I have plenty of. Just a while ago, I was pursuing a young drug trafficker in Alaska who had driven there all the way from New Mexico. But today, it was determined that a woman named Jane was much more important. What do I know about her? Not much. How's your day going, monkey? She escaped from a medical lab. What kind? Strictly confidential. Karen. You don't need to know. Anyway, the girl was valuable enough to have a tracking device implanted under her skin. Intriguing. Usually such tests are carried out on people who don't care for living, but do care about the extra money. Sounds like all of them. Well, in exchange for a few days, maybe weeks of testing, medical preparations, you can get quite a large sum of money. Also found out missing a lot of interrupt saves you in the query. Really? Anyways, a perfect opportunity for those who have been thrown off track by life. I know from experience that they usually take junkies, homeless, and victims of fate. Sounds like the big pharmaceutical companies, hey? Usually nobody cares about them, but with her, it's different. Not only does she have a tracker, but they also brought me out to track her down. So much trouble for an ex-junkie. Well, I'm not going to be picky, since there is an opportunity to get absolution from my sins. Oh, look at Dave. Kind of reminds me of Resident Evil look. Resident Evil 1. No, maybe House of the Dead. House of the Dead vibe. How's it going, Karen? Dave, he shouldn't be here. No, he isn't here. I'm managing quite well. Remember what I taught you. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. The first rule is always have a plan for every situation. Very good, Miss Stamp. You should always have a plan for every situation. And he disappeared. A ghost from the past, an ex-mentor. He wasn't here, it was just my disturbed psyche. What was I supposed to do? Yeah, right? He reminded me of the plan. Why? I think it's the red jacket and the way the guy's suit is. Instantly, Grayville no longer appeals to me, and I still have half a cigarette left. Damn! It was another hallucination. This chick hallucinates quite a bit. I take deeper breaths of the forest air. It seems that my head is not doing well. Not a good sign for the rest of the journey. These hallucinations, I can't get rid of them, even though I really, really want to. I reach into the trunk for the locator. In short, the device has several miles of range and show how close the transmitter is. LSD? Probably. Just one of the agency's toys. Must be a very strong cigarette, I agree, Bobby. Useful equipment. The buzzing snaps me out of my thoughts about the gadget. I look at the phone. A familiar number. It's them. I better answer it. Or maybe... Stamp, what is the status? Nothing new. No breakthrough. I just got to Grayville. I guess we don't need to remind you how important this mission is. You seem to want to prove that you can still be trusted. Oh, she must have did something to this agency. Find the girl, secure her, then you will get further instructions. Further instructions? I think I'll be staying in Grayville a little longer than I thought. Do I have everything? Equipment, identities, locator, knife, medication? I should get them to refill before I leave. Planning, Karen. Remember the first rule. With a snap, I bring the locator display to life. Jane was here somewhere, and she should fall right into my hands. Soon. Guaranteed Jane is not going to be so easy. There will be no escape from this. I am too good. Oh, here she goes, getting cocky. You know what happens when you get cocky. A quick job and back to normalcy at the agency. I will regain my position. I will confirm that Karen's stamp is reliable. I won't disappoint them again. No need to waste my time here. I run my finger over the combat knife laying next to me as always. Yes, that's the reason Dave keeps showing up in my head. And his damn rules. A past teacher, a savior. I get lost sometimes in who Dave really was to me. But I know how much I owe him. All my skills, where I am, who I am. Everything. Long training, getting me off the street. Whatever he saw in me, he took the time to make me his copy. Does he regret it? If only I hadn't messed up then, but I guess I tend to mess things up. It's not a good trait. No, it's not a good trait, Karen, but your name is Karen, so... Sadly. The combat knife. Last gift from Dave. Why does everything look like it's floating? We count the hunter's efficiency in the distance between us and the target. Anyone can kill with a rifle and a scope. Those were the words of Dave, the master. I don't think anyone, because you gotta really learn how to aim. The tracker beeps. Jane is here somewhere, only a few miles away. I can almost smell her, like a hound dog. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this lady's nose. I push harder on the gas. Down to the bottom, the engine roars loud. The phone is buzzing again. An unknown number, restricted. I haven't given this number to anyone. And I'm not sure if it's the agency either. We're gonna pick it up. Hello? Karen, you know where you'll end up, girl. In hell. That's where you belong. You can't escape the truth. I know that voice very well. It's a voice of someone I feared the most in the world. How'd they get your number? So much that I still have marks on my ankles and thighs from failed escaped attempts. I peek at the call history. No sign of this strange conversation. Oh, Karen. Friday, 1832 at the petrol station. I almost reached the location. Hi, this is Chris calling about your car's extended warranty, right? I have a phone number that keeps calling me, and when answered, nobody answers. Nobody responds. I get it a few times a day. I block the number. The tracker shows that Jane is somewhere here, very close. A gas station appears in front of me. Neglected, it almost looks like an abandoned one. Dusty and disgustingly dirty. I shudder. Would you shudder? The owner had to come to terms with the fate of being a small-town oil supplier a long time ago. He doesn't seem to have much hope for this place. I just had one of those phone calls today about an hour ago. Did you wrong? Right? Are you sure the calls aren't coming from inside the house? But what's Jane doing here? There's a man standing at the dispenser. From a distance, he looks disgusting to me. She's a judgmental twat. Greasy hair, sloppy clothes, covered in stains. In one word, disgusting. As long as a creepy voice doesn't rasp your name, rah, right? I'd probably actually talk to it then. I think I have an eye for detail, and I absolutely know that a book should not be judged by its cover. My car is 18 years old. There is nothing they could possibly offer me. No, not really wrong. Oh, this guy doesn't look too bad. Hey, doll, you got a cigarette? I ran out of mine. I hesitate, but only for a minute. I give him one of mine. I have less than half left. He inhales, nodding his head. Oh, you're a lifesaver. It's nothing. I'm waiting for the owner, but I don't think I'll see him. What are you doing here, doll? Visiting? Right? I think so is all Dead Walk. You got it. I love mountains, and there's plenty to go around here. At least, that's what the guidebook promises. You may be surprised, but I think you won't be bored. Thanks for the cigarette. I'll give it back soon. See you later. And he left. Well, what a weird man. He's got a good car, which is totally incompatible with his neglected looks. She is very judgmental, even though she states she doesn't judge by the cover of the book. But this game was released in March. It's on Steam. If you like story told games, is my webcam too big, by the way? If you like story told games, this one's pretty cool. It's a very chill game. Very chill. I like that, especially for today. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like he doesn't belong here. Yeah, okay, perfect. I know, right, Deadwalk? What catches my eye from the start are the tribal amulets hanging from the ceiling. They look like dream catchers. Is the owner a level of local history? There's not a soul in here. I'll have to save my questions for later. No sign of Jane, nor anyone behind the counter. Just a spot for some petty cash for shopping if anyone would stop by. Very trusting store, hey? But I guess in a small town like that, you trust people. I see plenty of ammunition, a weapon on the wall. I can't wait to meet this man. A weapon on the wall, that's a huge-ass shotgun. Meanwhile, there is still the unresolved issue of my target. Since Jane isn't here, maybe... There are bathrooms for travelers. Could she be hiding there? I'll have to check it out. Hi, Joy! Maybe you have to meet certain standards before she kills you. Maybe, Bobby. Be a very picky assassin. Hi, Brian. How are you? Been listening while doing some things, but now I'm here with fries for all. Yes, fries for all. That's awesome. Thanks, Joy. I could use some French fries. I didn't do my workout today, so I'm slacking. But French fries sound delicious. Is anyone here? The tracker shows that I'm almost by Jane, but I can't spot anyone. I need to swap that place thoroughly. Inch. Sweep. Why did I say swap? Sweep that place thoroughly. Inch by inch. I know, right? Nom noms. I love French fries. I love homemade French fries. Nothing beats homemade French fries. If you're interested in this game, by the way, down below in my description is the link directly to the Steam store because this is on Steam. You're doing good? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, wrong. I love homemade taters. I love homemade potato chips. I love homemade everything. When I have potatoes, that's exactly what I do. I have a deep fryer, so it's great. The girl was definitely here. If she's not here now, then she must have left something behind. Perhaps the owner can tell me more when he gets back. You see how it says run? And there's a lot of blood in this bathroom. Like, what happened here? There's a lot of blood in this bathroom. I mean, there's blood on the trash can, up by the urinal, on the mirror. Like, what's happening here? Hi, Jay. How are you? Gonna have to make gas out of my potatoes now. Yeah, you are wrong. Wait, what actually happened here? Is this her blood or some random junkies? Random junkies are just spreading their blood all over the place. No one could have been here except her. Jane, what have you done? Let's see what Jane has done. From the outside comes a hum of an engine. Gravel crunches under tires. Doors slam audibly. I hear you got November rain, purple rain, and blame it on the rain. Yeah, we do, Brian. Tons of rain here right now where I am. I love potatoes. One of my favorites. And if I had my setup for Twitch that I have here for my camera, I could have turned myself into an evil potato. But I don't have the stuff to turn myself into an evil potato. Or I would. Anyways, from the outside comes a hum of an engine. Gravel crunches under tires. Doors slam audibly. Someone arrived at the station. I only have a moment, but that should be enough for me to look around. Maybe I can find something helpful here. Send some rain your way. I do not want water rationings. Water rationings suck, Joy Toy. We've had them in BC. We get a lot of droughts in BC on Vancouver Island. And throughout the mainlands, and we have it usually in August, and there's rationing on water. Yeah, it sucks. I feel you. I feel you. Maybe two ladies have a day 3 period fight. That does not fucking happen, Serial. Ron. Spud me harder, baby. Anyone else notice the screen changing from the... Yes, so Sam, I think it's the lights flickering. You know how you go into a gas station bathroom and it's not all, nice? Do you have them? Do you have, like, janky looking bathrooms where you live, Sam? Because I can tell you here in my city, I got a lot of jankiness going on. You walk into the public restroom and you're just like, oh, what the fuck? Usually some junkies, some shit, and things going on. Anyways, you see in the back there, it says all of them are witches? What's wrong with us witches? My God. What's wrong with us? Yeah, those are flickery lights, yeah. Look in the trash can. Look at boots, glass, or sink. Why does she think this person's so dangerous? Let's look in the trash can. I crouch by the bin and push aside the trash. Next to a used condom lying here far too long, I find a tattered notebook. Are you not wearing gloves, bitch? Have you heard of the coronavirus? I wipe the cover from the junk. It just looks simple and usual. The cheerful pink mouse grinning from the cardboard cover reminds me of my own childhood. I always wanted to have one, but in the orphanage, there was no room for frills. In the eyes of your virtuous sisters, luxuries always led to sin. On impulse, I open the first page. The writings look shaky, but I am able to read the owner's name. Jane. Next, there are short entries, descriptions of fears. I'll keep this diary. Maybe I'll find a moment to glance through it later. Ra walks into a restroom, thinks to herself, I've seen this in horror movies with places like this, and nope, the F out. Exactly. Horror movies have taught me tons of stuff. Let's go and boots. Those look like shoes. The heels lying on the floor look so unreal, as if they were taken from a fairy tale. But this unfortunate girl couldn't leave them here. The lab didn't give heels to female patients. The woman who left them there must have had an interesting story to tell, too. Maybe someday I'll hear it. Let's get the glass. Crushed glass creaks under my heel. On the floor lies a long splinter from a broken mirror. The tip. I can't even say the tip right. The tip is smeared in blood. The tip is smeared in blood. I can't even say the tip with a straight fucking face. Because we use the tip over on Twitch, right? Just the tip. I know I'm a fucking 12-year-old. I can't help it. What are you telling me, that they don't swing tampons around like Michelangelo and Bruce Lee with nunchucks? No, we don't, Ron. Next, you're going to tell me when the ladies have sleepovers, they are in skimpy clothing having sexy pillow fights with glitter everywhere. I hate to burst your bubble, but no. Drizzling tip. It is smeared with blood. Anyways, let's get back to the story. Someone mutilated themselves with this. Maybe it was Jane. But why? Could she have ripped out her transmitter? Did she know about the chase? Disgusting! Stinky boogers and bits of hair successfully discouraged me from further investigation. But well, in this job, there's not really a way out. She rummaged through the garbage, but didn't find anything but a condom and a book. But the sink has stinky boogers and bits. I call shenanigans? Right, Ron? Trying to overcome my repulsion, I carefully dive to the bottom of the sink with my hand wrapped in tissue. Bingo! A torn piece of skin attached to some oval device. The signal receiver squeaks like crazy. I have Jane's damn tracker in front of me. She ripped it out herself. She knew she would be hunted. Blank blank. Seems I'm missing some comments, but I'm on live chat. Are you, Joy Toy? Is Bobby? Oh, Joy Toy. I forgot. Yes. So I'm on Facebook as well today. We're testing out Facebook, and Serial Killer is over on Facebook, and so is Batman Goddess and Jay and Mischief Maker. Sorry, Joy. I should have reiterated that earlier. Again, we are on Facebook testing some things out. I don't expect anybody to go over there, so I'm just seeing what the stream looks like and seeing if I can't, put my, I don't know, I was going to say put my extender on, but extending my reach is. I gotta stop taking fucking drugs before I get on live stream. She ripped it out herself. She knew she would be hunted. And when I mean drugs, I mean my pain medication. She ditched me before I could say hello. Yeah, she did. Yeah, Bats was in here. Don't drag me into this. I'm behaving over here. I was wondering the same thing. Sorry, wrong. Reach out and grab everything. There were quite a lot of things in this story that didn't seem to work right from the start, and the agency's graciousness didn't bother to lighten the situation for me. You were on Top Chat? Oh no, yes, Top Chat on YouTube, guys. Take it off, put it on to live chat. Heck, the mission just got complicated. I know, Joy, I know. The situation went from bad to worse. Jane knows she's being hunted. I have no idea where the girl might be hiding now. What is she so afraid of? All right, so Karen is asking what she's so afraid of. We know that this poor Jane person had a tracking device put in her from a scientist, which is most likely a pharmaceutical company, probably doing some horrendous tests on this poor girl. And Karen is sitting here wondering why this girl is so afraid. Maybe because she's being tested on against her will. I can guarantee you she's not willfully having these things done to her. This YouTuber's Facebook rules. YouTube rules. That's funny. No, being on top on YouTube, Zach. Yes. Zach was on Top Chat, not Live Chat. So far, 1 point for the little junkie. Not very optimistic outcome. This is Jill. Police Officer Jill, it looks like. Hey, what are you doing here? Shit. This small town cop is the last person I was hoping to run into. A bathroom in blood, a transmitter remnant in hand, and a stranger's face in town. Not much played in my favor. We're gonna say it's a bathroom because obviously it's a bathroom. It's a bathroom after all, right? And that's why you have a piece of meat in your hand? Listen, I don't know what's going on. I just wanted to use the bathroom as I'm waiting for the owner and I spotted something strange in the sink. I'm driving quite a distance. Why? I am visiting? Yeah, we're gonna do visiting. Jane, another genius level main character. No, being on top on YouTube. I'm visiting. It's a pleasant place. At least, that's what the tour guide promised me. You don't look like a tourist to me. I'll keep an eye out on you. Everyone knows each other in Grayville, so it won't be hard. And give this to me. Some people do end up with meat in their hands in a restroom, especially a restroom that kind of looks like this, that has used condoms in the trash bin. So, she takes Jane's tracker. She seemed irritated. Did I surprise her? Some of these sounds remind me of Plants vs. Zombies, the OG game. Hey, Ra, I was telling everyone last night about when I was on the phone with you and Tyler came to my truck with some special on his face. Your reaction was so funny. Oh my god, ew, yeah, it was disgusting. Some shit on his face. Ugh. Check for glory holes. There's always a glory hole, especially in the men's bathroom. The cops leave, but there is another car in front of the station, an old, trashy off-roader. Is it possible that the owner of the place has arrived? I see some movement behind the counter. Maybe I'll have more luck this time. I enter the rundown station again. This time, someone is standing behind the counter. someone who I don't think I'll forget very soon. A big, muscle-bound salesman, maybe a little younger than me, but did it ever matter? You've been calling him Poopy Beard since? Ugh. Yeah, shitface is what I'd call him. I'd munch on him if I didn't have to take care of that damn Jane. Ooh, she likes this guy. So quick little rundown. Serial killer works with this person, and this person that we were just talking about that I called shitface had some poops on his beard because he was in some nasty tunnelage, and yeah, he had other people's poop on his beard. Ugh. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. There's no fucking way you couldn't pay me enough. He smiles at me. That's a good sign. Exactly, Deadwalk. His skin is slightly red, his hair dark and shiny, and the amulets are hanging on his neck. He reminds me of a chief's I've read about when I was a little girl. Talismans usually is what they wear. Yeah, Joy Toy. Hey, how can I help you? He has a very nice voice, low, calm, and it reminds me of Copper Bell. Okay, I say we're gonna flirt. She kinda likes him. I can do a lot of things, from pretending to be a private detective to threatening with a knife. He'll probably tell me what I want anyway. That's why I'll just be cute. Dingleberries. Oh, Zachary, how are ya? Yeah, he was fixing a sewer main and got a little too close to the brown trout. That's what happened. That's what Serial is saying. And you want to help me? You do. That's nice. He is confused, but he smiles broadly. He looks really delicious. Sounds like she's going to eat him. Just say what you need. Karen, that's my name. I like that name. I know that you're not the first who said that. I playfully exposed my teeth. She a vampire? Let him take it as a good thing. Apparently, she does need that deek. And she's exposing those teeth. I gather teeth are a flirty way. I don't know. I don't know. I've been out of the flirting game for a very long time. I gather that's a body language thing that you would do when you're flirting with somebody. You smile playfully and expose expose your teeth. Ask about the guns or ask about the girl. Ask about the girl. I guess it's that younger thing. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm an old bish. Bob, listen. I'm looking for a girl. It really doesn't matter why. I know she's here in your bathroom. Keep those teeth away from my junk. You know, that's a pretty weird question. No offense, but I think I should call the sheriff. What? Why? He took someone. She looked weak. If you're hanging around her, why don't you tell him more? What happened to her? Wait, this sounded weird. He took someone. She looked weak. If you're hanging around her, why don't you tell me more? What happened to her? I guess the sheriff came here and took her? Bob, you have no idea how much you've helped me. However, you can skip the calling thing. Don't bother. I'll go visit him myself. Why would she show her teeth? Dogs do that shit when they are going to bite. Yeah, that's what dogs do, right, Serial? It might not be loaded, Joy? Ask about a gun in his pants. I see you have some interesting guns. Is this all yours? You know a thing or two? Yes, I wanted to join the police force. Would you like to show me? He hands me a 1/2-inch gun, a solid weapon, perfect for taking down an elephant. That is no way that handgun is taking down an elephant. Do you know how thick Elephant Skin is? She's an assassin? I hope she's playing dumb. Useless for precision shooting. The recoil tires the muscles too quickly. That looks like a small handgun to me. Is showing teeth more attractive? It turns out that there's a magic number of upper teeth to have on show for appealing and youthful smile, and that's at least 8, says dentist Dr. Rana Escanda. There's not a chance that gun is gonna go piercing an elephant's skin. A 1/2-inch gun at no less. I, however, nod my head with appreciation. I see him smiling. A sweet little puppy. I could spank him. Oh, she likes spanking puppies? What? Cool stuff. Really sturdy and solid. A gift from my uncle. In fact, I got a whole station from him. It doesn't look very spectacular. Business is going poorly, huh? Grayville is dying. Slowly, because people are too proud to pack up and leave. And I have a family debt. I have to stay. Although, it doesn't make sense, right? None whatsoever. You know, once that base was built, people thought that jobs would come back. But since the highway was built, it has been bad. I guess so, Joy. They didn't come back, did they? Yeah, Ron. It will get stomped by an elephant with that gun. You can't even clean up there. Those damn eggheads. You know, as I was walking back to the station, I saw one. He was driving from here. Strange. Ask about the base. So you're saying there are scientists here? Why? A military base, white coats, top secret, girl. Even after a couple of drinks, they don't run their mouth. Sometimes, at night, some trucks go there, and buses with dark windows. All right, this is as concrete. A secret lab used to secretly deliver people. I'm chasing a girl who escaped from such a facility. I'll bet my life I know from which one. I thank him, and I'm getting ready to leave. I will stop by here when I get back. Take care. He smiles and raises his hand in goodbye. Find and export. No time for local cuties. So it's Friday, 1900 hours. I move on, leaving the backwater station behind. Dozens of thoughts swirl in my head. I know what to do now. I must find the sheriff's office. It shouldn't be far. I thought it would go faster with this girl, especially after finding her tracker. Now, I'm not so sure. Grayville from a distance looks like a shithole. Dreadful, devoid of life. This town is dying, poisoned by the highway. Yeah, we do, Bobby. And yet, there's this lab. Damn eggheads and their ideas. What are they researching? New drugs? Stimulant powders? Or is it something else entirely? I'm gonna start walking around wearing my mouth prop to hold my lips back when people ask what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just gonna say flirting. It's all good wrong. I don't understand it either. I don't know why you want to show some teeth. I think if somebody was smiling at me and like kind of snarling in this way, I wouldn't think that they were flirting with me. I don't know. A family deek. Yes, I haven't one. As I know life, I bet I'm going to find out anyway. I look at my watch. The hour of reports. I finally have some good news. I stop the car and light up a cigarette. This will help. It always helps. Yeah, Bobby. That would be funny. This is Stamp, reporting. What is the status of the mission? Hi, Elizabeth. My day is doing good. How are you? From a deputy sheriff, I know the girl was taken by the sheriff. I talked to the station owner. She removed the tracker and the sheriff took her away. I didn't have any problems. Do you need any data about the sheriff? What do we know? What do we have on him? Not much. He moved to Grayville from Santa Monica, California. Willingness to gamble and take risks. High self-esteem. Potentially dangerous, prone to corruption, meaning we can pay him off. Thanks. Keep us updated. There's no need for further delay. What do I know at this point? It's time to put all the information together. There isn't a lot of it. I know where Jane was a while ago, and that the sheriff took her. Where did he take her? He has to tell me. Exactly, Deadwalk. We'll bribe that bish. I'm convinced it won't be that difficult. I was not especially surprised by what I heard about Griffith. I was more impressed that the agency had prepped a dossier on him at all. Were they looking for hooks? What's so special about him? Or in Grayville in general? While there's scientists there, there's a military lab. Guarantee they own it. A secret lab in a military base? An agency snooping around a damn sheriff's rump? The girl who ripped out her tracker? Hey, this all reminds me of Erratic Agent and the agency. Right there. We know what Erratic Agent does. He has got a dossier on everyone. Oh, Karen. I look at the skyline of the town, a jumble of bright dots. I freeze. At night, everything seems different. The shouting, the noise, even the outlines and shapes we know during the day then become different. Strangers. It's as if at night people are intruders who trespass on land that doesn't belong to them. Into my domain, for I love the darkness. The night is my ally, my friend. We understand each other without any words. What is needed to kill a person? Someone who's a complete stranger, who's never exposed himself to anything? Anyway, not directly. I don't need much, just a gun, a silencer. Although, it's much better to use a knife. It shows more respect for the victim. But does the jug boss deserve it? No. I think not. Bullets will be just as good. I work on behalf of the agency, so I know that the decision to eliminate is not hasty. However, the benefits were judged to outweigh the potential downsides. It is better to operate outside the system than to allow a lengthy defense trial. That's a skin-tight suit, eh? I'm not questioning the assault on the rule of law. I'm just following orders. This guy is alone. I took care of that. One shot. The firing pin snaps dry. A misfire! Can I reload before he wakes up? Most likely, yes. You would think as an assassin your guns would be tip-top effing shape. I know mine are. And I'm not an assassin. The door creaks. I freeze. Who is it? I check it myself. I turn around slowly. Are you the devil? The child takes a few steps towards me. I reach for the pills. I can feel my heart shaking. The nightmare came back a second time on the same day. Karen, get a grip. This is not going to end well. If you keep this up, they're going to put you in the loony bin permanently. I get behind the wheel. I feel her eyes on me, like she's looking at me from somewhere. I shudder nervously. The sooner I get out of this hole, the better. Across the street, the wind chases scraps of newspaper. The town looks run down. Like Bob's station, its best years are long behind. Sad, embittered people, empty storefronts, a remnant of those who escaped to a better life. In such places, you either accept a sad, gray future or you leave. Those who stay don't expect much. There's some melody in there from the Plants vs. Zombies, the OG game. I can hear it. The building itself doesn't look too bad. Small, one-story buildings such as hundreds, if not thousands, in the whole country. The glow from the windows gives it a warm hue. I can almost smell the freshly brewed coffee. Go for coffee. Take a deep breath in my lungs. A quick conversation and I'm gone. From a tow truck in county colors, some drifters pull away, skinny in a badly pressed uniform with gravy stains. Is it business, or is he trying to talk to me? Unfortunately, I'm betting on the latter. Hey, this guy's name is Brock. Hey, doll. Cool car. Did you get lost by any chance? Besides the macho persona, the stench of cheap cologne, yeah, he is definitely hitting on me, and it's a cliche. Well, unfortunately, he is not my type. You gotta head off. It was lovely to see you tonight. No worries, Sam. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. He could also ask if I fell from heaven because I look like an angel. Angel? Devil? Nah, Karen. Don't think about it. I wrinkle my nose, but I don't think he notices. Cheap perfumes are really intense. I'm looking for the sheriff. I have a thing. You for the sheriff? What kind of thing? I'm looking for a girl the sheriff took from Bob's station. I need to know what happened to her. Yeah, I heard something, but Hal doesn't use the radio much. I know why. If so, convenient. Why do you need her? It's family. Do you understand? He freezes, wrinkling his forehead. Oh, you have to wait for the sheriff. He'll be here within the hour, maybe sooner. What do you say we make good use of the time? I just told him I was looking for my sister, that I was worried, and he wants a quick groping. He automatically thinks that he wants to take her into that bathroom and reuse that condom that they've seen in the trash can, hey? And for a second, I wanted to give him a human emotion. I clamp my lips together and get out of the car, passing him and moving inside. He yells something, but I don't listen to him at all. Right, Deadwalk? I don't want to fall out of the role of a concerned sister. There's not a soul inside. Is everyone gone? The secretary's desk is empty, which isn't surprising at this hour. Of course, a pot of coffee and an open door to the sheriff's office. Since no one is going to invite me in, I'll do it myself. Guess he won't be angry that I didn't wait quietly on the waiting room bench, not if I smile sweetly. I carefully look around the office. The sheriff likes to hunt, but that's obvious for someone who lives in a hole surrounded by woods and carries a gun every day. Does anybody see the lament box on the desk? Anybody? This bitch is playing with the Cenobites. That's what's happening here. Playing with the Cenobites. And there's an owl here. However, this antler doesn't look very impressive. Rather, it belonged to a sick animal, one that didn't have the strength to run away. A friggin' antler. I'm missing something here. Where's this antler? How are you doing, Karen? Dave is back for hallucination. Heck, Dave. Still checking up on me, huh? You're not here, Dave. Go away. If you keep bringing me back. Maybe you need help after all. Honor. Ah, I forget. This doesn't concern you anymore, right? And he's gone. I clench my teeth. He mentioned honor, something I was supposed to be lacking, at least in his opinion. Dave's not there. An abundance of demons from the past. The girl, Dave, separate yet connected. The common denominator? Karen screwed up. Sometimes I wonder if I'm already living out my sentence. Hell is one. The demons are just different. I have much to repent for. They released gameplay? Jeepers Creepers, gameplay for what? Gameplay for what, bud? I do reactions. I'll Texas Chainsaw Massacre released gameplay. Nice. How you doing, Elizabeth? Nice. TCM released some gameplay. Very interesting. Dave's not here, man. Look at the pictures upside down. Okay, I need to focus. As long as I'm alone, maybe I'll find out something interesting. No typewriter. Instead, there was a place for a modern computer. Cool. Cool, Jeepers. I will probably do a reaction or talk about it here later. Probably later today, maybe tomorrow. Does the sheriff really want to keep up with modernity? I wonder how that worked out for him. What else do we have here? Wait, I want to play with the lament box. Yes, the Sunshine State in its finest glory. Beautiful scenery, water beach, and our fat sheriff. The girls don't look like daughters or granddaughters, but I'm not going to judge him. Maybe he has a great character. Or maybe it's this fucking big. Or he's got money. Guy said he had sticky fingers. Maybe some of the money was going to female friends. Right? Oh, you want to play? Hundar. For some reason, he started all over again in that hole. I guess the sheriff has a lot of love for his old days. Otherwise, he wouldn't be hanging it on the wall. It's always some kind of jumping off point in the conversation, even though I'm not a fan of the West Coast. I much prefer quieter neighborhoods. What's hidden here? A bottle of whiskey? A pretty good year. I guess the sheriff likes to sip on boring duty. Although, no, the cork was intact. Is the bottle waiting for a special occasion? Nearby, I find a handful of tokens. I recognize the design. Such tokens are given for each year of sobriety at Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. They require perseverance, but for addicts, they are a powerful source of pride and inner source of inspiration. What do they mean when they combined with a presently humming bottle? Is it a test of character? The sheriff knows his problem, after all, and yet he keeps it close at hand. I knew a man who did the same thing, though with cigarettes. He used to say that quitting means nothing unless you test your character with the possibility of returning. The sheriff may seem like a gentle uncle, but there is definitely more to him than that. The door creaks. Shit! Busy sifting through documents, I didn't notice anyone had arrived. I am scolding myself in my mind. Such distractions can't happen to me again. It can have really dangerous consequences. I turned back to the entrance, fixing my sleeve. Good thing I wasn't sitting with my nose in the sheriff's stuff. Odd thinking, test your faith with sin. Exactly. Test your faith with sin. That's, why not? I couldn't explain myself for the world. It's her again. You here again? The door was open, so I thought I'd wait inside. Where you live, don't they teach you not to come in without knocking? I'd lock you up myself. But Hal will do it. She snorts something, stands in the corner, and measures me carefully with her eyes. I can see the rage, the contempt in it. She is looking sharply at me, as if I've done her some harm, or at least annoyance. I would smoke, but not in the office. Another few steps and the sheriff walks in, a stocky, rubbishy man whose face might be associated with a gentle uncle. Something in his movement warns, as if he wasn't who he said he was, pretending to put on a mask. No, he's Pinhead, sitting there in his jacket. Like, I want to know more about the lament box. I know how to recognize it because, well, I do it myself all the time. Now, I don't think the conversation will go smoothly at all. Jill, who is that? And what, am I invisible? I don't know. I met her at Bob's station. She was in the bathroom when you sent me to get stuff. Jill. And when I just walked in, she was looking around the office. I watched her. Thank you. I can handle it. She's a shady character. Just saying. Jill, just leave us alone. I see indignation and discouragement on her face. She leaves, slamming the door. And what do you say to such allegations, miss? Stamp. Karen stamp. The best I can come out with is a good lie. I'm looking for my sister. I know you took her from the station, Sheriff. I need to find her. Sister? She was in a very bad condition. Drugged up. That's not a very good sign. I'm the only one she has. I came as soon as I found out. To Grayville? Very interesting story. Can we confirm it somehow? We know he's corrupt. We know he'll take money. I do have her diary. I have her diary. Looks like it was pulled from the trash, Jane. And all the charm of an elderly uncle is gone. I clenched my teeth tighter. I urgently need to find her. He measures me with his eyes for a long time. Finally, he nods. I don't know. It doesn't sound likely, but if you can help her, she's in the hospital. Take care of her, girl. Maybe it's my imagination, but I detect a slightly mocking tone in his voice. I nod and walk out of the office. I feel like I won a small but important victory. I got my mom high, and she forgot about watching The View. I feel good. Oh, God, yeah. The View. That's cringe. Good for you, Foss. That is a small, important victory. 100%. My legs are shaking. I light a cigarette. Phew. Finally, a moment for the addiction. Friday. It's getting dark, almost night. I need to find that hospital. There shouldn't be any trouble. I'll just take the girl and disappear. That it is, Hundar. Meanwhile, someone is standing leaning against the hood of my car. Who the fuck is scratching the paint of my car? There she is again. What does she want? Hey, girl, get away from my man. Who is she talking about? Her guy. Wait a minute. That had to be the hapless tow truck operator in the stained shirt. What do you mean? I don't have time for this. Don't hit on guys who aren't yours, okay? Whoa. Don't hit on guys who aren't your own, okay? You're worse than I thought. Who the fuck was she hitting on? She's gonna be pissed when I cancel the DirecTV. Yeah, she will. What could this idiot be thinking? Hey, are you confused about something? What? Brock? He tried to get into my panties, yes. I turned him down. In the future, you better watch him. I don't know. Put a muzzle on him. She clenches her fists but doesn't say anything more. I'm finally free. I start the engine. A low bass murmur tenderly caresses my ears. I step on the gas. Strange girl. She should know that her guy is courting anything that moves. It didn't look like the first time. Jane is waiting in the hospital alone. I look at my watch. I think I should call them. I have to smoke anyway. I pull over to the side of the road, reaching for my cigarette again. One of the last. I could have bought a pack at the station outside of town. But now it's too late for regrets. Faust. Hi, William. How are you? This is Stamp. I'm reporting in. What's the status? She is in the hospital. Everything is under control. I don't foresee any delays. Agent Stamp, you have a new target. His name is Murphy Lightman, a scientist stationed at the military base in Grayville. Your task is to extract the target. He must be alive. We have a lot of questions. What? What about Jane? Deliver her to a set location. Our team will take her from there. Murphy is important. Agent Stamp, the previous agent who was sent on this mission, has given no sign of life. Ooh, shit's getting real over there. You're doing good, William. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad to hear that. We are playing a game called Perseverance Part 2. It is a game available on Steam. It is a story game, point-click kind of game. Who did we lose? It's irrelevant at this point. God damn them. As always, they are mysterious and low-key. Secrets hide bigger secrets. I never played Part 1. I didn't have Part 1, Joy. I was given Part 2. Alright, so what do we know about Murphy? We don't know much about Murphy. Murphy, I need more information about him. Head of the research facility at military base. High IQ. Excellent in crisis situations. Dangerous one, Agent Stamp. Extreme caution advised. Copy. I'm on it. I finish my cigarette. The mission? It gets more interesting. A scientist, huh? I wonder what he did to them. The cute Indian man at the gas station mentioned the base and some experiments, blacked out buses. Whatever this Murphy is not doing, it must be very important. I think he has something to do with Jane. Won't he want to take her out of the hospital himself? Hi, Trash. How are ya? Hi, Snow White. How are you, darling? Human experimentation. Eggheads on the loose. A seriously weird town. Kidnapping a scientist from a military base. That's high caliber. Why doesn't the agency make it more official? Through government contacts. I'm good. How are you guys doing? I am fabulous, Trash. We're playing Perseverance Part 2. And just chilling. The headlights pull more pieces of forest road out of the darkness. A pleasant place, perfect for a long vacation. Darkness, peace. Night, darkness that covers and wraps the anonymity. Oh my god, I can't speak this morning. Shapes become blurred together. The imagination plays tricks. Not for me. I'm perfectly capable of finding my way through the darkness. The judge, jury, and executioner entered the bar. And in fact, he was just the first client. So she fucked up. This is probably from the beginning of the, like maybe from part 1. People claim that murderers see victims' faces before they go to sleep. They cannot fall asleep tormented by nightmares. Only some, not all. And yet, I am sleeping like a dog, like a log. Oh my god, I cannot read this morning. Holy shit. I think it's because the OG and I just thought a dog. The guy looks so innocent. If only I didn't know his past, full of kidnapping, extortion. No, mischief maker. My English is off today. I saw the graves of the policemen he ordered to kill. It's time to pass judgment. This trigger better friggin' fire, man. Instead of the familiar cough and subcaliber ammunition, all I hear is a dry crack, a misfire. Can I reload before he wakes up? Maybe. The door creaks. Is anyone else here? That's not possible. I made sure. I turn around slowly. Are you the devil? The child takes a few steps towards me. I look at the lying gangster. His eyes are open. Suddenly, everything turns upside down. I'm lying on the ground. I'm assuming this is from like part 1. Again. The damn meds aren't working as they should, or perhaps something is much more wrong with me. 2032, at the hospital on Friday. I can already see the hospital. It looks inconspicuous, but hey, it's Grayville, not Chicago. I think I know this car from somewhere. I check my mirror to see how the lipstick lays on my lips. As impeccable as ever, Miss Stamp. It seems that I'm still relatively lucky. I park in an empty spot and get out. I rub my forehead, feeling terribly tired. I'm taking Jane's diary with me. Maybe it'll help me get along with her. I need to look through it at my leisure. Hey, I didn't expect to see you here. But wait, you're here for this girl? Yes, and you? Has something happened? No, I was visiting a friend, her husband. Long story. That hospital looks too small. It does. It's tiny. They're also in a very tiny town. I'm going to get Jane, Bob. Oh, and so I thought, because you probably have some plans. I think he's up to something. Do you have any ideas? Why don't we go to a bar? You probably won't be out of town until morning anyway. Oh, Bob wants a little meow meow. Yeah, they're in a small town. Tempting. Oh, very tempting. Except I still have that other guy, Murphy, on my mind. Why? Although maybe Bob knows something about him. You know what? No promises. Sure, if you can make it, I'll be waiting at the bar. I'll just jump to the station. There's only one in town. I'm sure you'll get there. No, Murphy is the tow truck driver, I think. You have no idea how many times I would have yawned by now. Right? It's like me in the quarry. I have to admit that this guy really affects me a lot. She likes him. She thinks he's delicious. She showed her teeth while smiling to him, so that's gotta mean something. The lights are on, encouraging people to visit. No, it's a hospital. They need them on. Hospital. I like such places like cats like water. I still have vivid memories of when my parents left me for the rest of the world. I didn't remember them. Maybe, like through a fog. Instead, the impersonal figures of the nurses who were supposed to take care of me are clearly drawn in my head. You can't read out loud without yawning? Then they gave me to the nuns for safekeeping. And there... Let's get back to more important things. I'm not leaving Grayville until I find that egghead. Standard practice in these situations includes nights in a cheap motel and a cholesterol-filled diet at a neighborhood diner. I need a neighborhood diner myself. I need a hot open turkey sandwich with mashed potatoes and some cranberry sauce on the side. I need a Caesar salad. I need 2 chocolate puddings with whipped cream on top. 2. And that's life. The agency. This time I clearly feel that the ground is burning under their feet. First, the aborted mission and Jane. Now cleaning up after the slip-up. It sounds so good, right, Deadwalk? I haven't had a hot open turkey, oh god, long ass time. We don't have diners around here. The closest thing you get to a diner is Denny's, and that is not a diner. You know what I mean? If you live in New York or in the state, some of the states, they have these places called diners. They're delicious. They're usually these tiny little greasy joints, you know? And they serve all sorts of delicious food. I really want to go back to the States just so I can eat there. Me, I'm in Alberta, Canada, in a tiny, small town. Yeah, we don't have diners. We have this one tiny little hole in the wall. That sucks, Joy Toy. I loved going to diners when I lived in New York. We went to several of them. Actually, there was diners everywhere in New York. You got the big diners, right, with the old style seating, and then you had these tiny like Pete's Dine-In. That is tiny little hole in the wall down in like Patchogue, and you'd go in there, and it's just, you know, several tables, maybe 10 tables tops, and you know, homemade fucking tuna salad, egg salad, hamburgers. You know what I mean? We have a Denny's, but I don't consider that a diner. Yeah, Deadwalk, that's the sad thing, because diners are awesome. You can go there, get yourself a greasy breakfast, you know, eggs and bacon. See, I can't even talk this morning. I almost called eggs and bacon bacon. So my English is horrible today. I did take a lot of my medication today, though. I've been taking it all day. And so... Me too, Trash. Nothing beats a good greasy spoon and dives. I agree with you, Faust. They always have the best food. I love a greasy breakfast. I love those little diners. Their breakfast is like dirty. And I don't mean dirty like, you know, threw it on the fucking floor and put it back on a plate dirty. It's like dirty, greasy. It's got that deliciousness to it, you know? Denny's was always a no. Denny's is like really the only thing we have here, besides we don't have an Applebee's anymore. They closed down. A couple of places. I prefer the prefab diners. They always look so cool. Yeah. I take an omelet with hash browns and never-ending coffee right about now. Oh my god, right, Joy? Okay. They are contacting me more than usual. They care deeply. But against me, the military. Mel's Diner. There's a little place here. I don't even know if it's still open. COVID might have killed it. It was a tiny, literally had 6 tables. And it was built to look like a 1950s diner. And it was out in an industrial area. I don't even know if it's still there. It was a tiny mom and pop thing out in the industrial area where you've got a lot of businesses but not a lot of food, so they'd make really good money. But I haven't been there since 2018, 2019. I love Alice. Yeah, Mel's Diner. Who knew I'd missed a golden nugget? Oh, I never heard of that. If something goes wrong, I will be all alone. No one will admit to me. Speak of the devil, the phone rings again. The agency. Strange. Usually I was the one who had to call and check in at certain times. Deviation from the rules isn't a good sign. That's what I was taught. I pressed the green phone. It's Agent Stamp. Did you get the target? They are asking about Jane. I look up at the hospital building, so close. Maybe I should already take credit. What is actually coming soon? Not yet. I'm outside the hospital. I estimate that I will have her in 20 or 30 minutes. It was a great show, Zach. Agent Stamp, please hurry. We expect a report as soon as the first target is reached. I understand. Executing. I think I really need to hurry up. Something is very, very wrong here. Why can't I see the whole puzzle? Some Greasy Spoons and Dives has secret menu items that are amazing. Yeah, they do. It sounded like Nightmare on Elm Street-ish. It's amazing how many memories something as mundane as a simple scent or disinfectant can bring. All it takes is a deep breath. A little helpless girl pushed from a corner to corner. Every person in a lab coat seemed like a monster. Every voice caused fear to rise in my head. I shake myself out of this dazed state. Yes, I am no longer danger here today. But still, I'm not going to spend a minute longer in these miserable 4 walls than I have to. I don't see anyone in my line of sight. Clearly, despite this late hour, visits are still allowed. Everything always depends on the hospital's governing board, and that board listens to the voice of patients. A small town like Grayville has to serve the entire neighborhood. Commuting to the hospital after work may be extended. Anyway, where did the receptionist go? No one behind the counter. The glowing bulb that says emergency can be some indication someone urgently needed help. Would I have a chance to sneak into the ward unnoticed? Yeah, but where's Jane? That I don't know. Anyway, the door to the ward is guarded by a sleeping guard, and you need a key card. I had one that was a pancake gyro, and it was so good. Oh, that does sound delicious. Hope extinguishes just as quickly as it appeared. You're stuck, Miss Stamp. What could theoretically help you? The clues are definitely hiding behind the counter. The question is, how long do I have before someone shows up? 5 minutes? A half an hour? Here's Dave again. Hey, girl. Remember the 4th rule. It's him again. Why does he keep showing up? If something seems obvious, it's never like that. Don't fall into the trap of wishful thinking, little one. What is he, Mr. fucking Miyagi? Actually, I'm doing great. One clue for another, like a thread to a knot. A thread, a web, a big fat spider. But Dave is gone. He won't tell me anything else. My local one had 10 seats. Nice, Bobby. I reach behind the counter. What do we have here? What will help me? 3rd rule, don't skip a single clue. Just how much time do I have? A notebook written in careful, chiseled handwriting. Or Pat Morita or Jackie Chan, right, Mischief? The dialogue is a bit weird. It definitely is. Wax on, wax off. The one in my hometown was only open for breakfast and lunch. Oh, really? That's it? Even though there is a digital admission system, the front desk keeps a separate copy, the traditional one. I wasn't going to complain. For me, it was just a convenience. I quickly flipped through the pages, coming to the last one. The nameless girl, therefore, must have been Jane. She was admitted hours ago, and after a set of tests, she landed in an observation room. Top floor, 3rd floor. Bingo! Nice, Bobby. Danielson needs to clean the hospital walls. I lift the frame. A beautiful woman, a laughing child by her side, clinging to her dad. They look happy. It must be the nurse's family. A peaceful, ideal life. I feel the corners of my eyes getting wet. My childhood was not loving and caring parents. It was not ideal vacations. How much would I give to have warm and tender memories instead of stern, unforgiving Sister Superior and her ruler? I know that I'm not meant for such a home or such a life. I buried the hopes for a family of my own a long time ago. How could someone so twisted and, above all, evil be a role model for others? Couldn't do that to another child. Children. A little girl with a teddy bear. Go away. I look at the picture again. This man. I saw him passing by. He was leaving town just as I was looking for Bob's station. Interesting coincidence. Exactly, Karen. You have one friggin' job to do. All you have to do is move the mouse. And of course, why would accessing the computer that manages the front desk be so easy? I would set up encrypted access myself. I couldn't think that other people are more stupid. It's against the second rule. You are not smarter than anyone else. If you keep that in mind, you'll put a good plan together. I cast that longing glance at the monitor, which buzzes quietly. So close, yet so far away at the same time. Well, I must look for another way. The clatter of heels and a grunt. Someone came back. A nurse. And she doesn't look happy at all. Hey, what are you looking for? Do you need help? Oh my god, Coca-Cola coming out with an adult Coke next year. What is it, gonna have vag juice in it? Like, what the fuck's an adult Coke? I don't understand. What's an adult Coke? Are they putting cocaine back in their Coke? Jack Daniels and Coke? When someone says adult Coke, I automatically go to vagina. Why? I don't know. I'm looking for my sister. The sheriff told me she was here. Jane? I don't remember anyone like that. She arrived today. Jane. Jane Stamp. Well, dear Jane, from now on, at least officially, we are sisters. Hello, Maeve. How are you? Ah, that one. I see her face change as she freezes, clenches her lips into a long line. There is no contact with her, unfortunately. We don't know what she took. She needs to stay here. I would like to see her. It's late. I came from far away. It's my sister. By the way of exception. We're doing pretty good, Maeve. Not bad. Suddenly, a girl rushes through the front door. Out of breath with her clothes unbuttoned. 2100. It looks like the receptionist knows this girl because she shakes her head. She sighs loudly. Ellen, what are you doing? I made it. Yes, I know it's a while after, but I'm here, Natalie. Ellen, you got mixed up again, you know. No. After all, I had... Tomorrow at 12, not tonight at 8 o'clock. Poor thing. disarranged girl freezes, becoming sad. Well, I'm going to go. But any idea whose car Brock's pulling right now? Looks expensive and sporty. Natalie's eyes wander to me. I feel a cold sweat trickle down my back. No, that can't be true. But I didn't do anything. Now that you're here, stay. At least have a cup of coffee with me, huh? Okay. Natalie, if you insist. She got a shard of glass sticking out of her hand. Right? She doesn't look thrilled, but that's none of my business. I walk out of the reception area right under the tow truck. There is Brock leaning nonchalantly on the hood, and on the tow truck hangs my beauty. It doesn't look good. Oh, and who do I see here? Well, Miss Untouchable. I clenched my hands into a fist. That damn pickup artist. What's the matter? What have I done? You can't park on the ban. Don't they teach that in big cities? I clenched my teeth. There is no sign here. This must be a mistake. Unfortunately, it is not. Why don't we, make a deal? I'm sure I can pay here and now. Right? And how much do you have? Enough for some fun nights out in a real city. I can even recommend good bars for you. He smiles treacherously and fear catches me. What is he? And will you come with me? At this point, I would even promise him a flight to the moon. All for a car. Yes. Well, you see, I don't want to. Not today. Not a chance, baby. Is this about the sheriff, huh? I'll keep quiet. Oh, you guessed it. You know, if he found out, I wouldn't have it easy. I don't know what you did to him, but he told me not to help you. Take the car away from the newcomer lady. His words, not mine. Sheriff? I thought he liked me. I'm not getting my car back, am I? Today? No. Come in the morning. The deposit is only $100. And please give me the keys unless you have time to fix the windshield and replace the paint. Why would she need to fix the paint in the windshield? I'm standing alone outside of a hospital in a strange city. The target is so close, almost at arm's length, and yet so unimaginably far away. Like, I don't know, why would he break the window? It's a tow truck. You'd have to have one of those things where you can just ride it up. You could have one of those jimmies, right? Wink, wink. I watched Brock with a fake smile drive away with my car. I'm grounded. More than that, I'm in deep shit. I'm running out of medication, and on top of that, I'm about to have a conversation with the agency. I should make a new plan like Dave taught me, but all I want is a cold beer at the bar. And that guy's Deke. Just how do I get there? The phone buzzes. I feel cornered again. I look at the screen, unknown number, so it's not the agency. Should I answer it? I press the green button and I know I will regret it. Stamp. You know what I want. That voice. The nun's cold face, impeccably pressed habit, the ruler, and ice-cold eyes. Look in vain for sympathy in them. You're a failed tramp. Stamp. Nothing's going to come for you. You always fail. Tramp stamp. Not just me. Anyone who is stupid enough to believe in you. You're worthless street trash. That's where you belong. A failed tramp stamp, yep. Among the human trash. I freeze. I struggle to swallow my saliva. I don't know what to say. It takes a moment before I snap out of my dazed state. I look at the blank display, an empty call history. Karen, get a grip on yourself. You really don't have much time. I finished my cigarette. I guess I should be more careful about smoking, but on the other hand, I don't think I'll live to see retirement. I stare at the tree line, the lights of Grayville flashing in the distance. The hospital lies off to the side, surrounded by woods. A damn long walk awaits me, and more likely to a motel than a bar. I don't think I have the energy to do any socializing. The door of the hospital opens and walks out this girl from the front desk, the other nurse. What was her name? Natalie? The game is so lost in translation. The tramp stamps for all. Mischief maker. Oh, yes, Ellen. Oh, her name is Ellen. She is pretty and has beautiful, though now sad eyes. I want to meet her right away. Oh, my lord. She wears a wig. I can see it from a distance. No hair has that color. Doesn't reflect light like that. Nor does it style like that. But it doesn't matter. I bloody love her hair anyway. She looks at me and smiles uncertainly. Hey, you are out there so fast. That was your car, right? Unfortunately, it was. Now, it's waiting in the police parking lot. I'm supposed to pick it up in the morning. I sympathize. But hey, at least I'm here for a pretty pleasant walk into town. Come on, I'll give you a ride. A pretty girl offers a ride? I don't mind. She keeps looking at me. Does she like me too? Well, who did you run into in Little Grayville, Karen? So what are you doing here, pretty stranger? Oh, I think I hit the spot. Yes, I had just dropped raw. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre gameplay serial? I know you're serious. She's screwing you quite hard there. Tramp stamps roll. She does need to get laid. Pretty stranger. Is that how you flirt with everyone? Yeah, I heard. Jeepers came in here to tell me. What fairy tale am I going to tell her? I'm looking for my sister, half-sister, but she's still blood. All the way in Grayville? Well, yes, it surprises everyone. Long story. I don't think it's that engaging, and partly depressing. You show them your teeth to flirt. Exactly, that's what you do. Pretty girl asking me if I want to ride means I'm waking up with no kidneys. Right, Faust? In short, bad company, bad guys, bad girls. She ended up on the drip with the entire Mendeleev's array in her veins. I feel sorry for you. Everyone has a burden, right? The girl pulls her lips together in a grimace of sadness, and I just realized what I said. What, no teeth showing? It looks good, and they showed lots of clues, plus introduced a new fam member. Also, I noticed it says Xbox One and PlayStation 4 at the end. Maybe they decided to do it for all, since Evil Dead did it for all? I'm pretty sure I need one. Immediately she appears in my mind, so helpless, so empty, looking with her damn eyes. Where do you want to go, Karen? And what would you suggest, Ellen? She smiles sadly. We only have one motel, so I guess that's right there, right? They should buy her an adult Coke, right, Trash? How about in exchange for your help I buy you a beer? There's also a bar here, right? I don't know if I should, and you? Just one beer. You'll have lovely eyes, you know. She smiles and nods slightly. What about our mission? I remind myself that Bob is waiting for me there, but that will be a problem Karen will face in a moment. Released June of 2020. Oh, it just says release 2023. Right on. Right on. I kind of figured it would be 2023. This place looks run down. It's a poor quality place with rusty cars and neglected choppers parked in front of it. Some might call this place atmospheric, but there is nothing romantic about a drunken brawl or a smashed head from a random punch. Newcomers know that you shouldn't be alone in such places. Unless you're Karen Stamp. At least Johnny Cash poster looks nice. I agree. Same year as Diablo 4. Nice. She is easily distracted, for sure. Ellen disappeared somewhere. I saw her on the phone. Who'd be calling at this hour? I guess it's something important. I glanced at the display to check the time. A missed call. I guess it really is. The agency. I missed it. We had such a pleasant conversation in the car. Nothing bad will happen if I call back in the morning, with Jane already. A finger hovers over the button. Fucking finally on Autopsy Sim. Rod, did you see Autopsy Sim is saying November 2022? No, I did not, Joy Toy. I'm gonna have to look into it. I have been busy with things. I haven't really been paying attention to this week's stuff. Alright, I'm off, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Mischief Maker, have an awesome day at work. Thank you for coming in here and hanging out with us. I hope your day goes by quickly. Today I had to do an assessment that took 110 minutes. Oh, I'm here just lurking because my PC is rendering like 3 things at once. Ooh, don't touch it, Cataly. Don't touch it at all. I'll do it in the morning. I'm not going to spoil my mood once again. Time to celebrate, Karen. We're gonna have a fucking threesome. We're gonna take the guy from the gas station and this Ellen chick. I look around for Ellen, but I can't see her anywhere. I push the door and a cloud of smoke gets me. The stench of cheap tobacco attacks painfully and pinches my eyes. The big question is, can I cut up the body how I want? Right? Bob. His name is Bob. Okay, Bob. I keep forgetting his name. Cadley, I hope your day is going well. If you're just joining us, we are playing a game called Perseverance Part 2, an indie game that came out back in March. It's a nice, chill, point-and-click story mode game. Down below is the link to the Steam. If you are interested in getting the game or wanting to know more about it, you can. It's in the description. I can just feel these questions. What are you going to do here, doll? Are you lost? What are you looking for, city girl? I don't feel like darts. I sit down at the narrow counter and order a beer. It's so watered down that I feel like I'm drinking flavored water. Ugh. I notice the gaze of a drifter in a camouflage jacket staring at me. A soldier from the base? I guess so. It would be good if he gets back to his table, but that doesn't seem to be happening. He moves towards me. I can smell the alcohol-saturated breath from a distance. Hey, beautiful. What are you doing here alone? Have all the guys lost their minds in this town? First, that fucking sheriff's deputy with the tow truck, now the army guy. There's something wrong with uniforms. You're, talking to me? Why, do you see some other pretty girl, little one? Sure. Why do they keep calling them girls and little? And doll? That warning flags, warning flags, warning flags. Shall I buy you a beer, or shall we go straight to my steed? What? A night ride is good. A night ride is good for the libido, you know. Oh my god. Yeah, Joey Toy. I had a hell of a day. I'm going to help you relax, okay? Yeah, rather you disappoint me. You're getting on my nerves more and more. Let me put it this way. I appreciate your offer. It's a pleasure. But I want to be left alone. Why don't we go to a motel? You know, for a quickie. I think it'll make you feel better. After that, you'll have time to yourself. What? I guess this is how hookups work? I don't know. I've been out of the game for a long time. Like, you snarl, show your teeth, and smile to flirt? And then you're just like, hey, you wanna fuck? No chance of that happening, my friend. I really don't have enough energy for this damn fight. Let it go, please. I don't want to cause you any problems. I'll buy you another round of whatever it is you're drinking, but come on. Problems? You? What kind of problems, biatch? Oh my god, he just got feisty. He called her biatch. It is obvious that he just listens to orders in the army because he doesn't think much. It really is not my fault. Usually, she just punches me in the back of the head. He started it. If only, Corporal, your commanding officer found out how you treat women. They probably don't give a fuck. Do you want that? He shakes his head and goes back, clearly abashed. That's what I thought, mofo. Another idiot floated away. So the last fool backfired on me because I lost my car. But this guy's from the military base. Base, Target, Murphy. Damn it, Miss Karen. And it could have been a little simpler. The access card or whatever they have there, the information about the posts. And you wouldn't even have to go to bed with him. You're complicating everything for yourself. Why? It could go easier. Instead, you still don't know anything. What about your dates? Bob's still not here. If he doesn't show up in a quarter of an hour, he's burned. It's good that he's got his business, his station, but Karen Stamp rarely waits. You said maybe. No promises, woman. So if he doesn't show up, that's on you. What about Ellen? She hasn't come inside yet, but her car is parked in the front of the bar because she's with the army guy outside in the back. She was talking. Is she still talking? Maybe I should look for her, but the bar door opens again. And who do my eyes see? Damn deputy sheriff, our eyes meet for a second. He ironically winks at me. Oh, hey, well, you made it. Did that chick catch your eye? Unavailable biatch. So we're bitches if we decline a man's, wanting to have sex with us that we don't know. And we're sweeties, dolls, and girl if we're available. He spits in my direction. The bartender yells something, but clearly doesn't want to mess with the soldier. And honestly, I'm not surprised. In the end, he's the customer who will stay. I am the one who will leave. I know something about that. I'll tell you a funny story if you want. I'll just get something to drink. I'm dry as hell. Bartender, 2 large beers. Let me guess. About the ice princess? She's a fucking ice princess because she declined the fact that you wanted to screw her? They sit down so I can hear them. Is it on purpose? I doubt it. I can still feel their gaze on my back, though. It's like I'm in the spotlight. Well, boys, praise me. I'm waiting. Look, I wanted to go out with her, too. She had a case for the sheriff, but the old man's rarely at his place. Yeah, today I saw him twice at the base. Well, there you go. And I hit on her politely, and you know me, it's hard for me to resist making a date. I mean, what's a poor girl like that? Poor girl like her got to do alone in Grayville. Zachary, sometimes it does. I don't think they realize I can still hear them. Why was the sheriff at the base? Interesting question. I'll definitely want to know the answer. And Jill probably wasn't around. You just wanted to help her, of course. And she blew you off. She taunted me and lied to Jill. But get this, they don't teach traffic signs in big cities. No. What are you talking about? The honest truth. She drove up to the hospital, parked on the no parking sign. So? And who has their car in the parking lot? Ha! The princess had to move on foot. And she was so mouthy. What sons of bitches? And these guys would call her a slut if she put exactly dead walk. They are wearing too much clothing and not getting good use out of those handcuffs. Monkey, welcome back. I pull out the diary of this damn drug addict. The covers are bent, and the whole thing stinks, unsurprisingly, looking at where I pulled it from. I open the first page. Dear Diary, today was a wonderful day. Agnes finally got her cake for her birthday. The sad thing is, the way those two guys talk and act are what happens to women on a regular basis. That's something that I have gone through. I can't even tell you how many times, whether it's at a grocery store, a restaurant, a pub, a library, walking to the park, walking Mr. Chico. The way these two talk, this is what happens to women every day. Doesn't matter where we go or how we get dressed. The way they talked about her happens all the time to us. No, not out of the ordinary. I got a small piece, but it still tasted delicious. Then the prayer. Again, I had to kneel as punishment. They say it's the right thing to do. Today, the sister was not beating. I close my eyes, I take a sip of beer, and I feel tears. You're not supposed to cry, Karen. The things she experienced. I know it well. After all, I was also a child helped by nuns. In theory. Jane's experience is surprisingly similar to mine. The orphanage, corporal punishment, the street, I remember it all. I lived it all. The desperate wandering in search of your own place, identity, a spiral that leads to self-destruction. Street, bad people who take advantage by offering toxic intimacy, a simple path to death at your own request. The only difference between us, I met a guardian angel. His name was Dave, but that's a whole other story I'll tell someday. The bartender looks on expectantly. The dirty glass showed the bottom. What would I like? I'm tempted by whiskey, something stronger to drown out my thoughts. Just my unfortunate medications. Mixing comes out very, very bad. Is it worth the risk? We'll have a Coke. I made a Twitch just to watch your Quarry playthrough. Oh my goodness, Jordan. Thank you very, very much for doing that. I appreciate it. I will be playing the rest of the Quarry tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So 11 would be 1 p.m. Eastern. That's when I'll be going back in. I believe we're on Chapter 8, Chapter 9. But thank you very, very much, Jordan. I appreciate that. I have been avoiding all streams with the Quarry. Wait, but didn't you cheat and watch the movies? Coke, please. Chapter 9. Thank you, Deadwalk. He looks at me as if he doesn't understand me, but immediately shrugs his shoulders. It's none of his business. Perfect, Jordan. You should finish it tomorrow. Yeah, Serial stayed on to like fucking midnight and shit. I was in bed by 8 o'clock. I think I was in bed by 7:30, to be honest with you. I was exhausted and not feeling overly well. I get a warm bottle. Yeah, what could I expect? That's a wise choice, Karen. Very wise. I already wish I wasn't reckless. Sometimes it's good to give up control and have some fun. Door squeaks. Someone new? It's 2200 now on a Friday night at the bar. Yes, Ellen. She looks sad, even depressed. Does she resent me for not going out with her? She doesn't look in my direction. Her eyes are fixed on the door. She is holding the hem of her blouse in her hand. What's on her mind? She sits down alone, orders a vodka on the rocks. She didn't look like the type. Drinks quickly to the bottom, then another round. Hello, Steven. Happy Taco Tuesday to you as well. Awesome, Jordan. No, Reanimator, I have a walkthrough in front of me. So close, but different choices from the movie so far. Oh, okay. I think she wants to be left alone. Tough. I'll wait for Bob. Ellen is clearly avoiding me, and at the same time, she's here at the bar. But before I can gather myself and explain the situation, the drunk soldier appears. Oh, hey, gorgeous. Are you alone? Looks like you are. What's this about? You could use the company, couldn't you? Listen, I'll buy you a drink right now, and then I'll show you my machine. What do you think? Are all the men in this village or town perverts? They made it a lot harder to kill some of them this time. Oh, did they? Huh. I'd rather be alone. Sorry, I don't feel well. Do something, the little voice in my head tells me. Do something, save her. Get her away from this idiot. But I don't. I don't do anything. So, what? Next round's on me, baby? You know, I feel like you could use a real man. Oh, fuck's sakes. This guy, cut his dick off. Ellen shakes her head, but the guy doesn't care. He stands over her, bent over like a fox over a poor mouse. Since when do foxes go after mouse? Yeah, he's about to tear her apart. I don't know, Deadwalk. Well, it's settled, baby. You're just going to have to hold on to me tight so you don't fall. After that, probably a motel, huh? Ellen peeks around the room looking for a rescue, but no one is budging. Brock is sitting against the wall, seemingly indifferent, sinking into his mug. It would be foolish to assume that he would do something against his friend. Or such a situation is happening for the first time. Ellen's eyes meet mine. I see a voiceless plea for rescue or help. I turn my head away. I would have attacked Thomas. And that's not an option. Nope. If another chick looks at you in a pub or a restaurant and she looks like she needs help, you fucking help her. You don't turn around. You don't worry about anything else. You fucking help her. Because this is how chicks get dragged out into the street, drugged and raped. Now here's her hallucination. What are you going to do, Karen? No, exactly, Joy Toy. That's great. That's the last thing I need. I'm not going to talk to you, Dave. Why, little one? I know you so well. They look like the same effing age. Go away. Don't torture me anymore, please. Please? He shrugs his shoulders and he's gone. Did he listen? I hope so. Otherwise, I'll completely lose my mind. I take another sip. I clear my head. Damn, Dave, he didn't show up before. Not that often. What could this really mean? One little trip and your nightmares stay with you forever. Some even catch up with you after years and apparently stay. Always right next to you, only waiting for a good moment to strike, like vultures. Are my remorses that strong? I guess that's what this is all about. My vultures have the eyes of the people I've killed or let down. Thanks to them, I'm an unhealed wound, can open at any time. It's a shame that it's just now. The front door opens. This guy looks evil as fuck. The front door opens for the, I don't know, I've lost count. Anyway, one more time. In it, a massive silhouette in a checkered shirt appears. Bob! Bob looks crazy as fuck right now. Bob is smiling back with those teeth. I can see him eyeing me. He smiles for a moment and then becomes tense when he sees Ellen. A smile like that, I would run the other friggin' way. Bob! Hey, baby. You're not on duty today. Everything okay? You're not in any trouble, are you? Tackles Thomas with his eyes. Look, dude, I don't know what your problem is, but this girl is with me. Why don't you back off? Ellen, is that true? Hope fills the nurse's eyes. No, I don't want to. I got an idea, buddy. You get out of here. Give my friend some privacy, will you? Or what, friend? It's going to be nasty, and we don't want it to be like that. I see Brock get up from under the wall. He hiccups and slams his mug on the counter. Bob, ha! Did you crawl out of your hole? Get the fuck out, will you? Okay, Brock. If you want to get out your business done, you just wait. First, this asshole. Brock, his radio comes to life. Someone is calling him to the station. That leaves Thomas alone, who suddenly shrinks. Where were you, sucker? Will you go away? Thomas, pale and unsure, leaves, and Bob sits down at the bar and orders a beer. And that is what a guy should do. You see someone having an issue, you go over to it. This bitch that I'm playing as, Karen, should have done the same thing. I guess I should say something, but my phone rings again. Unknown number. With my heart in my mouth, I press the green button. At first, I hear crackling in the speaker. Then, that voice. Are you there, girl? I am. I absolutely don't know why I'm doing this. You can't do anything. You couldn't help now, this hussy, just like you couldn't free yourself. You deserve to be punished again, wench. You should suffer again. Is she right? I hang up the phone with a sweaty palm from fear. The screen is blank, no trace of the call. I take another sip. The chances of a threesome are slim. I fucking told you. Didn't I say it earlier? Ah, your sense of humor, Karen. I guess I have to choose who I talk to. I said that earlier. That's what she was looking for. I sit down next to Bob. He looks quite satisfied with his life. That's a pretty good sign. It might be really nice. You got in. I was losing hope. You know how it is. You get a client and you have to stay. But I made it. What's new with you? Did you find her? I got rid of that asshole. Are you talking about Brock? Him too, but now about this soldier, the guy in the uniform you kicked out. Extremely pushy. Seems like you don't have good luck with guys today. Oh shit, No, Bob, you're okay. I wink at him, let him know that I have nothing against him. I look back at Ellen. She looks even sadder than before. She keeps looking at me and Bob. I gave her hope after all. I can still go to her. How does she know Ellen wants her sexually? Like, what did I miss here? Bob, please don't be offended, but I need to talk to Ellen. Oh, okay, sure. Do you two know each other? Yes, she gave me a ride. Bob looks disappointed. Well, he asked me out, and he found time to change and hop in the shower. This speaks well of him. But today will be different because I think Ellen needs me more. He lives in a dying town, business is crappy, he has a family debt, and the town is filled with assholes. How is his life satisfying? Right? Or do I need her? I watch Bob leave the bar. I take a mug. Hey! Listen, you look very sad. Why? It's because of that soldier. You're twisting things, my dear. You were already worried when you came in. Why? I ordered her a beer. She takes it and sighs heavily. Are you sure you want to listen to this? Yes. Whatever it is, I'll help her, or at least she'll lay it on me. She seems to need it badly. You know, I have cancer. After my last chemo, it seemed to be okay, but the doctor called. Evening conversation with your doctor are not the most pleasant. No, they're not. Somehow, the good news can wait until the morning, but the bad ones, never. I feel so sorry for you. No, don't do this, not you. She reacted very vigorously. I'm not at all sure why. She clenched her hands into fists, shakes her head. She takes a big swig of beer. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Everybody takes pity, you know. Poor little Ellen, so clumsy. She has cancer. Either they take pity or like this one. This. The idiot in the uniform? Yeah, they use people. Just don't be like that, okay? Or just leave me alone. You know, it's gotten a little stuffy in here. Maybe you want to take a walk? You mean right now? Where? I don't know. Outside. Get a breath of fresh air? She nods, clearly pleased. I think we both know what's going to happen today. And that's only because we both want it. How does she know what she fucking wants? Hold up. I'm not getting these signals from Ellen at all. I haven't gotten any signal from Ellen that she is remotely interested in a romantic relationship of any sorts with Karen. She is, Deadwalk. She is. Women can be predators too. I reached for a cigarette, the last one. Maybe it's better to wait. I want to drive her home, but she asks me to stay. You have no car, bitch. And I'm fine with that. I invite Ellen to the motel. She agrees and snuggles into me. She smells beautiful, makes me think of spring, of peace. Exactly, Joy Toy. We finally get out into the fresh air. I'm taking her keys. She won't drive in this state. I steal a kiss and we head off to the motel. I know! My hand wanders to her thigh, and it can stay that way. I can come in, right? Sure, Ellen, it will. He snuggles into me, pressing her face to my chest. I think so, Foss. Little strange. He snuggles into me. Little word edit there. She snuggles into me, pressing her face to my chest. I know, Karen. I know. You don't think I'm easy? Slutty? Not at all. Besides, I wouldn't be any better myself, would I? I shake my head and we walk inside. Yeah, she's in town. She stayed, as we agreed. Where? With whom? My man is following her. Remember, you're part of the deal. Don't answer a question with a question, Hal. She's with the local nurse. She's a sweet girl, but she's a failure. They're at the motel. Yeah, send them to Luska. Uh-huh. Like I said, my man is keeping an eye on them. Can he be trusted, Hal? He wants to take my chair, but he will do anything I say. To some extent, yes, and then he will be redundant. And you're part of the deal? I'll get you that endorsement. Wait until fall, until the election. Well, that escalated quickly. You're really beautiful, you know. She's stressed. I can feel it. Don't worry about anything, little one. Again with the little one. It won't be awkward, I promise. So, do you do this a lot, Karen? Do you often have girls like me? You're wonderful, you know. Let's focus on this. I don't want you to think badly of me, you know. I promise I won't. I kiss her passionately. She submits willingly. I hug her tighter, and then I toss her on the bed. I'm not gentle, but she doesn't expect it either. I caress her, touching, kissing the way I want to. In life and in bed, I'm always on top. We melt into one, into a long, passionate, and tender itself. I see her eyes run away, hear her moan. She is alive, so pleasantly mine. Finally, I sink into the mangled bedding. Ellen falls asleep, snuggled against me. Time for my last cigarette. I dress rapidly. All right, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I go out, I get some fresh air. I reach for my lighter, and I see something that shouldn't be here. A tow truck from the sheriff's office. And someone who's behind the wheel. He looks like he's falling asleep. Just take it easy, Karen. Just take it easy. What are you doing here? I knocked on the window. Brock raises his head. He wasn't expecting me. Damn. Can you kindly explain yourself? It's not like that. Before he can say anything else, I hear the roar of an engine and screeching of brakes. I turn around slowly. Great, another police car. And she? Because who else would be here? Jill's face is drawn. She's pissed, which I understand well. Well, why is her guy not sleeping at home, but sitting under the motel where the newcomer is spending the night? And it's the one that rejected him. What are you doing here, huh? You were supposed to come back. Sheriff. And her? It's out of my mind. How stupid was I? I should lock you up, moron. Already at Bob's station. You know, take that idiot and fuck off. I have other things on my mind. I'm going to. And you better watch him. He came here by himself. And I'm going back. I got someone in the room, you know. Yeah, sure. Look around the parking lot. See the nurse's little car? Who do you think she's with? So, what is he doing? Well, I don't know. Figure it out for yourself, okay? I think she was supposed to go to the motel with Bob. She gets in the car, red and pissed. Well, tough luck. It's none of my business. Although, the whole thing is oddly suspicious. I have to buy a new pack of cigarettes in the morning. And I think I know what I should do next. Pay a visit to the military base. Just how do I get there? I have a few hours to figure it out. First major mission from the agency, an opportunity to prove myself. Rather to prove that this long training, the pile of money was put into me, was not in vain. Your training sucks, bitch. Fortunately, I know how much I'm worth. Not even 5 cents. Time for a baptism of fire. Who did I get to remove? No one special, as it may seem. A drug baron, important in Chicago, but far from the leaders of the Mexican cartels. Although he tried to rule with a firm hand in the windy city. Asleep, he looks almost sweet. People have something about them that makes them look disarming when they sleep. Because they're fucking asleep, their faces resting. Defense mechanism? No matter. The cold barrel lands against his temple. What's gonna happen again? Nothing but a crack. The firing pin hits the primer, and instead of the cough of the silencer pistol, there is a thud. Damn! Did this have to happen right now? A misfire at a time like this. The door creaks. Is someone here? Impossible! I made sure to be alone after all. I turn around slowly. Are you the devil? The child takes a few steps towards me. I glance at the lying gangster. His eyes are open. Hello, Amber. How are you? Suddenly, everything turns upside down. I'm lying on the ground. We scrambled, fighting over my gun. As shot is fired. I sit on the ground against the wall of the parking lot. I can hear my heart shoveling as if it wants to burst out of my chest. Shoveling? Hear my heart shoveling? Should have checked your weapon ahead of time. You would think an assassin of her caliber would have everything in pristine the way it is, right? She brags about being a high caliber, tons of money spent on training assassin. And so far what I'm seeing is some bitch off the street that bought a gun and doesn't know how to use it. It's shoveling. I've never heard of the term shoveling. Besides, the shovel. I know this damn nightmare, remorse, will get me someday. End him? That would be easy. Gun to my temple, pull the trigger. But not today. I go back to Ellen, scared, sweaty, nervous. I hug her and fall asleep. She is so warm and pleasant. I wake up first. She's still asleep. Even better. I'll spare us both an unpleasant or strange conversation. Get dressed, leave, get the car back, and then Jane. I'll try to investigate the sheriff about his relationship with Murphy, then the military base. They don't know what I know that they know. I'm doing good, Amber. Doing good. We're playing the game Perseverance Part 2. Pretty weird. A story, point game. Ha! A real puzzle. I don't know, Deadwalk. I don't know about the little one yet. I can't resist. I kiss Ellen goodbye. I don't think we'll see each other again. And I leave. I reached for cigarettes, but I smoked the last one yesterday. Damn it. Hey, it's you. I raised my eyes. The guy from yesterday, from the gas station. He holds up a pack of cigarettes. I told you I'd give it back, didn't I? I nod, then take one. I inhale with relish. My lungs damn needed it. What are you doing here? Try to guess. What do I really know about him? Guy with a good car, a bit scruffy, clearly interested in me? With military plates? Damn, I didn't figure that out before. I have to say something. Don't tell me you're following me. I've had enough of strange people for one day. What if I am? I'm frozen. What kind of weird game is this? I've been asking myself that. Silly joke. Maybe it's not. Who are you really, huh? I'm sure you didn't meet by accident. Of course not, Miss Stamp. How about Agent Stamp? Sorry, I get lost in all the terminology sometimes. Where did you get that from? I can feel my head starting to get heavy. The world is spinning. Shh, shh. You're about to find out everything. Or not. We'll see. Hold up. Now she's tied up in a car? I thought she wasn't a top-notch assassin. I'm barely making contact at all. I know he's tying me up, touching me wherever he wants, drooling. I land in the back seat of a sedan. And nothing. Emptiness. Darkness. Karen. What am I doing here? How did I get here? Did he lace the cigarette? A cigarette. Murphy. Well, now it's all clear. Somehow it makes sense. Much more sense. Shapes swirling in my head. Names, voices. Everything is vague, unclear. I lose myself. Again, I see their faces of those I've killed. So far, I haven't seen anybody that you have killed. And almost all of her. She looks at me. In her eyes, I see emptiness, a bottomless pit. Are you the devil? While she's always be with me, will she never let me go? If I were her... Rookie initiation. The first task, the rite of passage, especially important in the context of further work. Will I pass the ritual, prove myself trustworthy, or lose everything? I could wonder, I could speculate, but here it will become all clear. In a few moments, there will be no turning back. We'll see how much Karen's stamp is worth. I've reached the place, an expensive, very expensive house, and as they say, the first million has to be stolen. Who says that? Execution. It's only usually associated with mafia feuds. In this case, it's an order given by the agency which has ties to the government and the military. They work where ordinary methods can be unreliable. My task? Very simple. A short job that will take maybe a quarter of an hour. Eliminate the man who laughs in the face of justice. He sleeps unaware of the fate that awaits him. The cold barrel against his temple. Misfire. It happens sometimes, but at a time like this, I croaked and cursed under my breath. The door creaks. Is anyone else here? It's impossible. After all, I made sure to be alone. I turn around slowly. Are you the devil? The child takes a few steps towards me. I look at the lying gangster. His eyes are open. Suddenly, everything turns upside down. I'm lying on the ground. We scrambled, fighting over my gun. A shot is fired. I don't know who pulled the trigger, me or him. Does it even matter? The child falls dead. The bullet has pierced her stomach. I don't have to be a doctor to pass judgment. No chance of rescue. Yep, she did. She got shot. Are you the devil? Are you the devil? The world freezes. Karen? I regain my senses momentarily, snatch the gun, aim at the gangster, and again. But he is not looking at me. He is kneeling by his child. I pull the trigger. A quiet cough. All I have to do is fake the scene, make it look innocent. Suicide. A drug dealer overdosed on his own product. He killed a child, then crazed with despair, shot himself in the temple. Simple story, perfect for a newspaper, but clean. I report the task completed with problems, but I confirm the elimination of the target. The top is satisfied. The initiation went well. I know I have failed, and I still face the most important of all conversations. Yeah, exactly, Joy Toy. Dave, he's supposed to be here, but as luck would have it, he doesn't show up. I could use his advice since he was so willing to give it. I cursed in my mind, struggling like a fish out of water. Shit, he tied me up well. My head explodes with pain, terrible and hard to explain. Mixing my damn meds and drugs from Murphy isn't going to work out good for me. I keep drifting off, unable to focus on anything. Damn, I hate losing my mind. We're driving through the woods. The guy is humming something, singing, but I still won't talk to him, even without this unfortunate gag. I know where we're going, to the base. Just why? What awaits me there? Jane was just the bait to keep me in town. He knew where I was from the beginning. He controlled my steps. Ding, ding, ding. Already from the entrance to town, from Bob's station, he had control over me. He must have had great time watching me. Like a fat cat watching a helpless mouse. It's time to show that this rodent can fight. We stop. Just hold tight, little girl. We'll be home soon. Well, well. Don't worry about anything. Just be polite. We'll talk later. I see you really want to talk. You must have a lot to say to me, huh? For sure it will be a memorable story. I can't wait for it already. You'll meet someone. I'm so glad you won't be alone. I'm frozen when I hear his laughter, wretched combined with chills that still run through me. Yeah. I feel like I'm in hell. I hope they all die in the last part. That would be funny, Serial, because Monkey's going for an all survive. I feel like I'm in hell. A familiar voice. I can't see much because of my position, but I can still listen. And I think that's going to work out for me. Hey friend, I'm back now. This early, Doctor? Is there something on the seat? It looks like. He doesn't finish, but I can hear that he's heavily surprised. You know, my friend, this is my business. Important and secret. Can I count on your discretion? Please, Thomas, I know I've been exceptionally rude, but prove yourself now. But this is against all regulations. You can't bring people into a military base like this. Didn't see her. Oh, never mind. Sure, Doc. Attaboy. I will definitely remember who to praise to Major Alex Road. Axel Road? Damn idiot. Anyway, how did he get here so fast? I thought he had longer paths. Maybe they took a looser approach to discipline issues. Never mind. The plan, Karen. Dave. What would Dave do? Focus. Thoughts tangled. Flee. Murphy's laughter blends with the roar of the engine. I fall asleep again. Noises from outside arrive as it filters through the cotton wool. Oh my. I had a very simple task. Deliver stuff to Fred, take the cash, and disappear. I could also flirt. Maybe hook up with someone. Some extra cash could come in handy. I tried to avoid that, though. These people weren't among the pleasant ones. A bar full of those who make a living outside the system, and a pretty good one at that. I barely had time to sit down when the doorway a guy appeared completely out of step with the scene, well dressed but at the same time average. Those were the kind of people I was afraid of. In a few moments he turned a bar of mobsters into a cooling pile of corpses. With a solo step he moved towards me. I watched the barrel he held in his hand grow. Are you sure you're talking about a gun? In an instant, I went from being a pretty chatty girl, familiar with street life, to being a little kid again. I didn't want to die so badly. The heated barrel landed on my forehead. Oh, my Lord. One more time, little one. I can't. Once again. He didn't kill me. Then he smiled and told me to follow him. He bought me a decent dinner and gave me something much better himself. His teachings and advice. He became my mentor, someone I could trust implicitly. He showed me the code and offered me the path that he himself walked, a path that not everyone can walk. No, not yet, Serial. Why was I chosen? He never told me that. I thought he spared me because his own beliefs prevented him from killing someone innocent. I was the only survivor out of about a dozen people. Dave was not human, not when it came to combat expertise. And he wanted to improve me. He tormented me with these exercises, with his teachings. I became more than the messy street girl I used to be. I couldn't always stand it. He pushed me to my limits, believing that this is the only way I can develop myself. Really, I can't do it. I don't have the energy. No one was ever born with it, little one. You're smaller. Take advantage of that. Use your smarts. Attack! I measure the punch, and to surprise him, I strike him with my other fist. Dave knows how to predict that. He always does. Well, if he was any kind of good teacher, he would know how to. He puts exactly enough force into each blow, not to destroy me, but to make sure that I feel it. It hurts. Whoa, I felt that. Getting punched in the face? Of course you would. That's good. I'll never make it. Never. Everything takes time. If you can't take a punch, you won't make it. Half of this job is getting hit. Always. You need to know what a battered body feels like. Oh, Lord. Saturday, 10:26 in the morning, interrogation room. Murphy. Hello, doll. You okay? How's your head? Does it hurt? You might want some powder. I'm sure I can find something. You know, I have a lot of medicine here. Damn, that wasn't a dream and I can't move too much. And that sweet girl? Instead? The warehouse. It's probably somewhere in the lab complex. I'm sitting in a damn torture room. At least as long as I'm tied to a chair. Tightly clasp my hands behind my back, legs. I won't escape now. Murphy, I can see that. That's good. That's good. Because I may need you, doll. How did you get here, huh? What are you doing here in this magnificent laboratory? Well, guess what? Let's see who the agency sent and what toy I have at my disposal. So, Karen, what can you expect from me? That question isn't that difficult at all. The answer seems obvious. Jane escaped, trackers, mad scientists. I can't see the whole puzzle, but these puzzles are already showing a pretty big piece. Secret research and experiments. I don't know what kind of stuff, but it must be something big. On people. Well done. You're doing better than that guy before you. There's progress. Am I being honored as a better agent? Since you did a great job, you have the right to ask a question. I hate this guy. What's your plan? A plan? Everyone has a plan. Yeah, and so do I. That's a great plan. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you find out why Jane is the way she is and why I'm glad she's in the hospital. You're not going to do anything to stop me. Not because you're tied up, as that doesn't matter. This is something that can't be stopped. You? What is he talking about? He's so damn confident. And why is he unstoppable? Did he declare war on someone? Murphy, relax, Karen. We're going to have a little talk later. I'll be back. In the meantime, go to sleep. I feel the sting and the world melts away again. I don't know what he injected me with, but I feel like a rag doll. He unties me from the chair and puts me on the backrest with a rope down around my throat, my neck. With extreme difficulty, I keep my balance. I can feel the sweat running down my back. I drift away and regain my sense, alternately balancing on the edge. What I'm seeing right now. Let's hope it's just a figment of my imagination. I'm drifting off to sleep again. A nightmare? Karen, I can see him. I've got him in my crosshairs now. Dave, did you take wind into account, the fallout of the bullet? Yes, obviously. Shoot! The bullet thuds perfectly into the target, the center of the shield hanging a few hundred feet away on another skyscraper. It's that simple, Dave. So why do I have to fight? I can take anyone down that way. You can, but it's not an achievement. You have to show respect. Remember the code? How could I forget the lessons he instilled in me, the lessons I had carved so deeply in my brain that I could always quote. Rules. Do not kill those who are not the target. You are not a murderer. You are a tool that eliminates, that serves your masters. Like a Ronin, a warrior whose offer is services to those he deemed worthy. In our case, it's the agency. After all, they work for the greater good. What else was there? Show respect. And many, many more. The closer you are, the better a hunter you are. And that's all that matters for people like us, not money or luxury. Being true to your character, steadfastness, Karen, upholding the rules. I understand. A knife to the neck? Dave always thought that was best, truest form of taking a life. Closeness to the victim, tangible contact. Difficult, challenging, and clean. Slitting somebody's throat is not clean. That's why he treasured his knife so much, a souvenir from the army. It reminded him of who he was and where he was going. In some ways, he was inseparable from it. Saturday, 15:21. A ghostly voice wakes me up, the sound of a ringing phone, which shouldn't be here. I'm still in this madman's lab. I glance at the phone screen. Unknown number. Swear to God, she's schizophrenic. Or she's bipolar. Not bipolar, but multiple, schizophrenic. I would have to say, because these phone calls that she's receiving aren't real. There's no call history on it, so she's talking to somebody else, and she's hallucinating all these different people. How can she answer it? I pressed the green button. How the fuck did she press the green button? She's tied up, is she not? And if the types of people they are killing are supposed to be bad, why do they deserve respect? I agree, Deadwalk. Hello? Give up. Give up because you don't stand a chance. You are a failure. You were given a simple task and you lost. It's not my fault. I was doing what was needed. Excuses, excuses. Anyone who knows you knows you don't deserve more. You can't. You're not suitable. And you won't be suitable. Is she right? Am I really that pathetic and hopeless? What could I have done better? It doesn't matter. Because of the way you are, you will always fail. Others, and most of all your life. I want to prove who I really am. To show that everyone is wrong, because after all, I don't always lose. And even if I do, it's not worth crossing me off. Can I bounce back? Yes, I can. And this is exactly what awaits me. The way to the top, starting from Grayville. See, this is how did she answer the fucking phone? I try to move, and I just can't. But I got a phone call a minute ago. Your greatest enemy lurks on the other side of the mirror. Always alerted, always ready. Subconsciousness. Is it possible to win with it? Well, yes. It's still only in your head, Karen. Everything you're afraid of shows up all the time. You can't make peace with the past, can you? The past will destroy you. I have to get out. I'm short on time. I don't know when he'll be back. I reach for the table, extending my foot forward. They're almost there. Just a little more. Shit, the chair slides out from under my feet. I'm hanging on a rope like a piece of ham at the butcher's. The rope tightens around my neck. I'm dying. Faces fly before my eyes. Dave, the girl, she's coming for me. Her horrible face. She calls me. What is that? Was that it? What is that? You took care of yourself? Well, if that's the way it is. No one and nothing can stop the experiment. Soon the world will once again belong to the best of the men. Adapt, fight, or die. Yeah, good, I'm glad. All these types, yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait, what? Why did I keep continue? Oh, I hit the continue. You're finally free. This madman, I don't even know what to call him. I've never met anyone like him. A high-functioning psychopath, a genius, an actor. Behind the sleazy guy exterior is someone insanely dangerous. One shouldn't be judged by appearances. His only purpose, acting out such a character, hoping to fool others, that he would avoid suspicion, arouse disgust, but not fear. I'll figure it out for sure. He won't figure shit out. I take my jacket, my wallet. Obviously nothing is missing, although he had looked through it carefully. Does the fact that he knows my exact name cause any problems? Probably not, at least not new ones. I reach for the phone. I freeze. Shit, no signal. The room must be shielded, otherwise I would call the agency. You're on your own, Karen, as always. I reach for the knife. I tighten my fingers on the handle. I cautiously walk out into the hallway. No one is here. I guess I'm luckier today. Hey, little one. How you doing? Like a genie out of a bottle, summoned by the touch of a knife. Or are there other reasons why he haunts me again? Probably the drugs are still coursing through my veins. I just wanted one thing, Dave. I want you to get away from me once and for all. I am summoned by your only subconscious. I'm not real. You may be right, but so what? I'm not to blame. It was an accident over which I had no control. Do you understand? Please tell me you understand that. Unfortunately, he doesn't look convinced. You don't believe me. You don't believe it yourself, Karen. We'll talk when you're really ready. He's gone. The door leads to the next room. That's probably where Murphy has his office. It would be quite natural and obvious for him to keep me close to his burrow. After all, even though he's the top guy here, it's still a military facility, and some things need to be kept secret. What are you hiding, psychopath? I push the door open and slip inside. I have no plans to waste any more time. I need time to look around. Someone frozen in carbonite over there. The sooner I find something out, the better. And I don't have much time. Murphy could come back at any time. Notes must belong to him. The human species is headed for imminent extinction. The lack of natural predators and threats is causing a drastic decline in the quality of individuals. Already, Hargrove's research with noted an increase in harmful mutations is alarming, let alone my observations. The next generation, instead of eliminating the negative traits through evolution, further reinforces them. More and more defects appear. Damaged individuals still retain reproductive capacity. That does not make me optimistic, given the lack of threats. We are facing extinction in the future. Unless qualitative evolution comes back into favor again, the Primal Predator project looks very promising. I have no idea what he's referring to, but it doesn't sound optimistic, more like a dream of a sick madman. What have you done, man? What cataclysm have you unleashed? And more importantly, how can I stop it? Report name, Jane. The first stable specimen of the Primal Predator project. No behavioral changes in 2 diurnal cycles. In the next one, increased aggression and appetite, all according to assumptions. The specimen promises to be successful. Jane. Jane is the key. But what door does she open? Random pages stained with sauce. Usually my nose told me they were interesting and important finds. I reach for the first one. The sheriff continues to push for my part of the deal. How much simpler it would be if he just needed the money. But no, he wants political support. They all do. I will continue to stall. He shouldn't make trouble. In a few months, it won't matter. I doubt he will survive the first few days of the experiment. Not with his condition. I didn't really understand much, except that nothing good is happening here, and that in a few months it will be even worse. What does that even mean? Oh shit, I got it right. Bingo, agency assignment sent a year ago. Wow. What does it involve? Development of a remedy for combat purposes that enhances physical traits for soldiers on a line of duty. Enhanced perception, pain resistance, physical characteristics. Damn, this connects Murphy and the agency. But why did they split up? What had driven them apart? Could it be that Murphy had stopped being obedient after all? It looks like that. He got the military, an unlimited budget, and his brain, and as many research objects as he needed. It doesn't look good. Report, handwritten notes in the margins. Dave Romer, white race, 45 years old, special features none. Agency man, Dave, extremely calm, strong, good genetic material for Primal Predator project. What? Dave here? Oh, right, the agency man. Who would they send if not him? And me, a student to finish what the former master could not. Oh, so this is where Dave is. Dave is dead somewhere. Oh my God. Wow, that's deep water. Serial just sent me a picture of the water, the flooding, I guess, from all the rain. No matter where he is, I will find him. It's the least I can do for him. I'm coming for you, Dave. Yeah, go save Tyler. Jesus Christ, that water is high. I have to get out of here as soon as possible. Notify the agency. They will fix what they've broke, even if someone's head has to fly. Whatever this project is, it is the work of a madman, a man who will go to any lengths to achieve his sick goal. I know I have to stop Jane, otherwise it will start with her. Evolution, forcing humans to fight, predators. Murphy wants to bring the apocalypse upon us. Murphy and the military, oh Jesus. Murphy and the military trying off an agency members that know what is going on. I think so. I don't know why she thinks she's going to change the agency's mind. They're in cahoots. A growl jolts me out of my thoughts. Low, scratchy, terrifying. I freeze, turning around slowly. Why does she turn around slowly? In front of me, barely a few feet away, stands a dog, dripping with saliva, growling. On bent legs, he looks pretty damn aggressive. Oh shit, I didn't see that coming. I guess. I'm just gonna kill the dog. I reach for the knife, the last thing I have left. The distance is what matters. You have to be sure, determined, don't hesitate, and you'll do it. Is that clear? It's getting closer. I can barely already smell the stench of its mouth. Saliva is flying in all directions on my face. I elbow his jaw and stab him in the eye. Confidently, just like my mentor taught me, I leave nothing to chance. How could I? The animal falls dead. Breathing a sigh of relief, I shake myself off. Now Dave, he's probably over there where the research material is. Research material. Living people on whom the psychopathic bastard is testing his sick theories. Let's hope it's not too late. That's why it had the whole House of the Dead feel to it in the beginning. All right, Toy Toy, enjoy your foods. I dread this conversation. I'm walking. It's getting dark in my head. Spinning again if someone put me on a merry-go-round. I struggle to keep my balance. Everything is so blurry, unreal, distant. Wow. That's crazy, Serial. I freeze looking at the helpless body whose life is escaping. I'm just leaving her. There's nothing I can do for her, and even if I could, I can't leave witnesses. I look away. Nothing can help her. A little helpless child. The girl lies in a pool of her own blood. Next to her, barely a meter away, the father, the target. Now dead with his head smashed in, he doesn't seem so scary at all. Just an ordinary man. Didn't earlier she say the wife and family was on vacation? There is a sadness written all over his face, grief. These are human reflexes. It's hard not to think of him as a cold drug baron now. No, it's not. I'll make this scene look like a suicide. He overdosed on drugs and shot a kid, and then unable to stand it, he shot himself in the head. That's how the police will understand it, and journalists. The story will get better. No longer a gang tussle, but a tragedy. And a warning about dope. No one will hold a grudge, right? You're killing a drug kingpin, and you think nobody is gonna hold a grudge? What kind of assassin is this? Dave, you deserve the knife. You accomplished the mission. Did I do a good job? I thought it would be worse, much worse, that he would start screaming, yelling, although that's not like him. He's so damn calm, like a sphinx. You broke the code. I know what I read on the record. Shooting a child? Staged suicide? Clever, isn't it? Great stuff for the papers. It didn't come out too bad. Why doesn't he praise me? There is something about a separate apartment for the drug dealer's love tryst. Exactly. The end does not justify the means. The code stands above all else. It's over, Karen. You've chosen your path. Good luck. I'm disappointed in you like I've never been disappointed in anyone before. I find that hard to believe. I half sit in the hallway with my back against the cold wall. No one has found me, but it's barely been a few minutes. Somehow it's empty here. After my last conversation with Dave, he never spoke to me again, although we continued to work at the agency. Earlier, something about his wife being on vacation. The gaping wound still hurts. Every door I pass is labeled with the name of the research object, and I finally find the right one. Dave Romer, experimental object number 15. The date the substance was last introduced to 3 days ago. Damn psychopath, that's the thing about geniuses. Little chance of finding a normal one. I push the door and step inside. I'm afraid of what I might see. I don't have a way out, though. What I see, this weird, twisted figure, it's not. It can't be Dave. I'm frozen, but the facial features match. He looks like a degenerate, sick version of Dave. I cover the cage back up with a piece of curtain out of respect for Dave. I prefer to remember him as he was. Kenzie Solo is in the cage, not as he is now, hurt. Oh, little one, what are you doing here? Dave, wait, I'll set you free. No, don't do it. You can't do it. You mustn't. He is clearly shocked and has never was. This is not how I remember him. Where did the calm go, even in the worst of trouble? Why? Why can't I help you? Something was done to me. This Murphy. He breaks off. It's damn hard for him. His voice is breaking. It's like he aged a decade in an instant. I want to comfort him, but I know I'm not supposed to. That psychopath? What did he do? He injected me with something. It's dangerous. Do not, under any circumstances, open this cage. Go away. I don't want to talk to you. You're still dead to me. Does he not want to see me, or does he want to protect me? I have so many questions. Murphy injected him with something. How much does Dave know? He's not stupid after all. What did he do to you? This is going to be a longer story, and you don't have time, so I'll be brief. I kneel by the cage. I reach for the knife. The touch of the blade in my hand reminds me of who he once was. That's how I want to remember him. Brave, responsible, a man who never wavered. Yeah, when I gave it to you, I was someone else. Now, don't waste your time. You were supposed to tell me a story, Dave. I'm not going to be blown off so easily. He sighs, nodding his head. The agency sent me because Murphy stopped listening to them. They suspected he was doing something on the side, but the truth is different, worse. I found a girl who ran away from here. A grimace appears on Dave's face. He clenches his teeth, presses hands to his side. Jane. More like she was released. Murphy created something that turns people into monsters. Not everyone. Some die right away, but those, I don't know how it works. Don't ask. The chosen ones can infect others. Did the government order it, or the agency? I don't know. Probably not. He probably used their resources, acted alone, and I don't know what his plan is. All he's doing are injections. I've seen it on others. I'm about to turn into a monster. Get out now. I can't be helped anymore. Since he wants to stay, I'll take one last look at my former mentor. I slowly nod my head. All right, I'll do anything you want, Dave. He's been looking at my pocket for a long time. Will you? Will you give me the knife? I want to have a choice. Just this one. Okay, do it yourself. I hand over the knife. He reaches for it greedily, clasps his hands on the handle. He looks at it, caresses it. These are not human movements, but I don't have the time or opportunity to think about it anymore. It's time to save the world. Next goal, escape from the lab. Then Jane. It all comes back to her. Damn, girl. Saturday, 1700. How do I get out? It's a military base after all. The soldiers don't know what's being created here. Most likely, they will have a problem with the plan of destroying the world, so I have to find a commander. But first, the agency. The game is strange. It's not bad. It's a very chill game. How's your day going, Dahi? It's going to be a tough conversation, but now I'll sneak through the gate, call outside the base, get permission from the agency, and catch Murphy. And after that, Jane. Hey, stop, or I'll shoot. Shit, still, I'm not as damn fit as I thought I was. I put my hands up. It's not that idiot from the bar. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. It's alright. At least no internet outages today. That's good, Dahi. That sucks that you lost it yesterday. We had some pretty bad storms here as well. I can explain. Doll from the bar, what are you doing here? What is he thinking? Hey, I don't have time to explain. You have to let me go. It's really urgent. I can't do that. Every moment counts if you don't. I'm not able to finish. A strange shrill grows, interprets our lovely conversation. Is that dog again? The same one, but I killed that creature. I can even see the wound, and yet it stands panting with his open cursed jaw. Yeah, right when you were getting into the good part of the quarry. Of course, that's how it always happens, Dahi. What the fuck? Shoot it! It falls with his head nearly split open, paws still twitching. Fortunately, the rumble of gunfire blends with a distant explosion, a military base, a training ground. What was that? The Murphy experiment. I already killed him once, but I don't think he's going to stand up now. So shall we bury the hatchet? Because if we don't, the same thing will happen to humans. Thomas nods. I have to report this to the mountain, the major, and about Murphy. Over the radio, he ordered that the lab door must be guarded and no one was allowed to get past it. He's about to go into town. I'll lock you in his trunk. That's the fastest way to get out of here. Monsoon season starts on the 15th? Eesh. What about you? Report to the top. Good luck. We'll take care of it. Thomas opens the trunk. He looks around, but no one is in sight. I'm about to get in. The phone rings. An irritated, annoying ringtone. I reach into my pocket. An unknown number. I feel my hands sweating. Instinctively, I press the green phone. Yes, hello? You again? You saw him? You saw what was waiting for you? Nothing else? No one else. I'm trembling. Dave, what was done to him was absolutely inhumane. You bitch. You don't exist. You're rotting in hell. Or Dave didn't deserve this. You're not here and you can't be. I know that. I remember how happy I was when I found out about your death. None. I drank all day. The whole damn day. You rot in hell, sadist, where you belong. Yeah, she's willingly to go into the trunk so she can escape this base. Dahi, there's a whole story before this. Basically, she met this military guy at the pub and he was trying to get her into bed. It was a whole thing. And then she turned him down, so him and the other guy she turned down started bashing her and talking down about her and calling her names and shit. And yeah, it's just a crazy fucking story. I'll never hurt anyone again. Any child. Laughter, paralyzing, terrifying laughter. I'm shaking with fear again. Although I thought that was behind me. Hurt you? I raised you. And now I'm waiting for you. I think she's a little schizophrenic. Right, Dahi? In hell? Hope you rot there, bitch. I press the red button. The connection is cut off. I stand, panting heavily. Are you all right? He seems concerned.
A lot. Well, my behavior wasn't certainly out of the norm. I stand, waving my arms. Yes, you can go now. Thank you for your help. That is something I have to face on my own. Yeah, I think so, Odahi. I think she is. The guilt and everything. She does take medication. I have no idea for what, though. Door slamming, engine roaring. We're on the way. It's dark and uncomfortable, but I'm alive. Fortunately, Murphy prefers to get things done in the city more than to get me. It is some consolation. Are you leaving, Doctor? Where to? To Grayville. I'll be back in an hour or two. Watch the lab, soldier. Yes, sir. It's so good that he's on my side. Though we've had a rough start, nothing brings two people together like a common enemy. The car goes over bumps softly. At least I've regained my senses. My head isn't spinning so much either. Murphy, he's talking to someone. Yes, I have your people. Did you really think that those lousy two would stop me? You're like children in a fog. Anyway, thank you for the funds. I put them to good use. And as for your people, I'll send them back in boxes soon. Son of a bitch. He's way overconfident. But lo and behold, the car is already stopping. I'll wait a while and then I will be free. Yeah, the parking lot. I was betting I'd end up here, either here or outside the hospital. Anyway, very well done. I'm about to get my car back and call the agency, but first, the keys. I see a silhouette in the sheriff's office. It's worth eavesdropping on them. Maybe Murphy will say something that will help me. Hey, where did you come from? You weren't supposed to be here. He picked the perfect time to show up, damn jerk. Hello, Yor, how are you? I was supposed to pick up my car, so here I am. I'll pay whatever you want. Give me the keys, I'm out of here. Wait, you're supposed to be in military custody. You're a damn spy. You must be mistaken. I was in the motel curing a hangover. Look, can we make a deal? He shakes his head negatively and reaches for the radio. I have no choice. It will hurt, but he wanted this himself. Clenching my hands into a fist, I lean forward. I throw myself at the deputy sheriff, knocking him to the ground. He is startled and tries to defend himself, but extremely clumsy. The revolver flies out of his holster, landing well beyond the reach of our hands. He reaches for my throat, but I break the grip with no problem. I rush for the gun, pull back the cock. He freezes, looking into the barrel of the gun. He raises his hands in the air. The situation got a little complicated. Shit! He is helpless, terrified, completely at my mercy. The keys. Give me the keys. He hastily reaches into his pocket, pulls out a familiar bundle, and tosses it onto the heated asphalt. Don't hurt me. I'm doing pretty good, Yor. Can't complain. I can't do this to him. He deserves a chance. I already said let him fucking go. Take a step back. I kick the revolver in his direction. Gesture of reconciliation. Listen, get out. That's my only advice. It's going to get bad. This is not a safe place. Run, Brock, or... Yeah, sure. He reaches for his gun, pulls the trigger. The last thing I hear is the sound of gunfire. My bloody conscience. I fall. And you're dead. We'll save at this point. Now we're gonna save here. Yeah, so she allowed him to live. She allowed him to live, and he said, no thank you, biatch. We're gonna kill you anyways. And, what the hell, how do I... Oh, there we go. What? Yes, this is the game that we were playing, Perseverance Part 2. The game is on Steam. It came out in March. The link for it, if anyone is interested in it, is down below in the description. It's not a horrible game. It's a very chill, relaxed game. That it is. I will give it that. But we are gonna go to the ending scene. It is awfully rude of him, right? She just gave you your life. She could have killed you, and she gave you your life, and then you go to kill her. So, I call bullshit on it, but it is what it is. Yeah, we'll probably come back to that game, or I might just record the rest of it and throw it up on YouTube. But tomorrow we'll live over on Twitch, and that's 11 a.m. Mountain Time. It looks like we will be finishing the quarry, and hopefully we finish the quarry, and then we're going to watch the movies in the quarry. So that's something that we'll be doing tomorrow over on Twitch. Zedwalk, thank you for being here. Joy Toy, thank you for being here. Dahi, Fost, Zach, I do appreciate it. Serial Killer, I know you're at work. Hundar, Monkey Van Meowerton. Thank you guys for chilling with me. Trash Stash, Cataly. I appreciate you guys hanging out here with me and testing out also Facebook side of things. Amber, Mischief Maker, Will, Elizabeth, thank you guys for checking both sides out. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow. I should be. I see a lot of new people. Well, yeah, sort of, kind of. They come over from Twitch, right? But yeah, they're usually over on Twitch side, and Dahi works, so it's not often Dahi gets the free time to come up in here and hang out. But I hope everyone has a good time, a good rest of your Taco Tuesday. I know she's like, I'm out. Mom's getting up. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you again for hanging out with me and watching this game and dealing with some of the weirdness in the game. Yeah. But have a great night, guys. I love your guts. I will see you all tomorrow over on Twitch. I'll slash you later. Bye.